we're still recording, bud. It's alright.
Look at, we got you fancy clothes.
We're live.
Are we live?
No, it's still red.
Still red.
Still red?
Red's the worst color.
Still bread.
Hey.
Whoa.
She's red.
Red tiefling. Over there.
Whoa.
Punch her. I mean, you punch him.
Oh,
there we go.
shit.
Punch her.
Punch her. Like, oh, all right. Sorry, Christy.
Wait a second. It's the worst color.
Just realized that you're red.
You missed that whole thing.
Yeah.
He said red is the worst color. And I went, hey.
It's also a shot at Carlos. He knows why.
Red's the best color.
Why? I want detail.
Liverpool red's even better.
It's because the team he supports wears red.
Oh.
It's not that deep.
We have a better
You
red.
can't even name the RGB value of the Liverpool red, right?
It's not even funny. I know the Pantone color for it.
Name it.
The blood of John Lennon. He's from Liverpool.
Prove it.
I can't.
But was he an Everton fan or was he a Liverpool fan?
He's a Liverpool.
Exactly. Or a...
He's also beat his wife, so there you go.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I knew that was disconnected.
It's on Wi-Fi. It's still just not doing Twitch.
So you're hanging
We
with your
take a
pals
break.
the other day.
Pause the recording.
Yeah.
So pause the recording the other day.
And we're streaming. We're live.
Are we on Wi-Fi instead?
Well,
As soon as he leaves.
That's fine. You can leave.
It's okay. And so we met the king. Everything's great.
Look at Facebook. Thank you.
You sure?
Let it look. Give it a second.
Because you gave me a
Yeah,
whole
I guess
thing
we
of
can take
Bendel
that
and the
clip.
Bedelian Empire. So I have everyone's names and all that.
But who?
Huh?
Huh?
So I'm just making sure I have the right person.
Yeah, we're live.
Seamus is the king.
Huh?
Seamus is the king.
Wonder what was
Oh,
the difference, so
Seamus?
we went off the Wi-Fi.
No, Seamus is the prince.
Wait, no, sorry. Give me a second.
Oh, well. All right.
So do you know who we're meeting?
Prince Seamus Bendel is, Seamus is alive.
Oh, you said one of them's dead.
No, the previous king died.
You said, oh, okay.
So on our way there, since we're on a cart on the way there, you're
You're on
from here. Have you
the
met this
online one
individual
right now?
before?
Yeah, okay, so yeah. So that list is correct.
Have I met the king before?
Huh?
Maybe.
You've never met the king
No.
that you know of. There's more information on there that you should know, but
Hey, I have it.
so you do stop the cart.
Resume. Okay.
Sorry, people, about that technical error. You do stop the cart. You see a young human female making her way towards Iggy's house.
Gabriel, you recognize these over here?
Are you delivering?
He is
Are you delivering clothes to her
You
house?
do see your I
So I had two things. Can you please just, you can deliver one of them. Can you just throw me the bag with the matador up?
Ooh. It's interesting.
Sure. She's like goes through like the different bags of clothes that she's looking through. And she's like,
The one for Gabriel.
Right.
It's the one that looks like it's fit to fight the Balrog.
For Gabriel.
Right. There's two for Gabriel.
Probably
but,
give him the name, right?
If you can
she-
deliver the other one, I
she
just
hands
need
you-
the black
yeah,
one.
She hands you the one you requested.
Awesome. And I change on the cart while it's moving.
Oh.
Cover your eyes.
Mooning everybody with this blue butt. It's blue butt up in everyone's face.
No
Oh,
underwear
it's so
at all.
hairy.
I see.
It's so hairy.
Is there
It's
underwear? Is
everywhere.
there?
There's-
First
there's
off,
like loincloths.
your boy keeps it trim. Second off, is there
Your boy
underwear
keeps
in
it-
D&D?
Yeah.
There is underwear. We are
I'm
live.
currently wearing some. And Iggy's
yes,
also
there
wearing
Okay, well I guess
bra.
I have a pair of bloomers on, but
What do you mean?
I'm going to
Bloomers?
change.
Bloomers.
Whatever you want to call
You
them.
put your clothes on. We're on the way.
Yes.
So,
Wait, can you actually RP for you putting your clothes on?
No, because Ryan's getting upset. So let's get to the king's house.
So if I don't do that while
So,
talking to the king.
Eventually, you reach the exterior of the Halat district, where the gates surrounding it are just consistently guarded by royal guards. Showing your paperwork, eventually they quickly evaluate it, and it's see that it's genuine and allow you to pass through.
We're still in the cart, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Give it a limo
You see, is they take a really quick once over looking at the cart, but they allow you to continue on. Heading up, and okay. So heading through the Highlock districts, immediately to your right, you see the familiar, almost mausoleum of sorts that the Ern brothers live in, along with a few buildings that they either own or are associated with. The dirt road leading forward heads more toward noble living and larger estates, but the stone path to your direct left begins to head and lead to the large building that is Castle Bendel. Following the path, you eventually reach the front doors of Castle Bendel, these large, massive double doors, stretching about 15 to almost 20 feet up, and about 5 feet wide each. Standing in front, you see as a elder gentleman, seemingly with looks like 1,000-yard stares, seeming to be looking out into the city and waiting at this point. You see he is dressed in a rather decent, looks like either waiter's outfit, and seems to have just a smaller child there accompanying him. The child is dressed in noble attire as well, but far more extravagant and clean than his. Take him out.
But the way now it's like, oh. Probably wouldn't joke about that here.
I think just real fast, just I guess a history check on how old the castle looks.
Yeah, make a history check.
Nah, it's a
900 years
7.
old.
Nah, 7.
7.
Licks the wall. Well, actually.
Yeah.
This vintage is
Salty.
Yeah, you do
Salty
not
by
know-
the sea.
You do not know when
Yeah.
it was built or anything. Seems rather old, but at the same, it's not as old as other castles you've encountered in the past.
Do we see that thing off to the right of the castle?
You do see, yes, you see this large, very well fortified and multiple, what looks like watchtowers standing up about a couple 100 feet from the castle.
It's like a
You
fortress?
see, huh?
It's like a fortress, pretty much.
Yes, you can see that it would be either that of a keep of sorts. You see as parts of it
Yeah.
extrude over
Yeah,
the edge
black
of the
one
cliff.
next to the castle.
Parts of it extrude
Yeah,
over
no,
the edge of
that's
the
the
cliff,
castle.
and
To the top is like this
large
fortified thing.
beams seems to be supporting it past the limits of the land, and various looks like stairways seem to head down further to where you see a number of other looks like militaristic boats. Wait,
Got a hell of a compound over here. Not kidding around, huh?
Ignatius, are you going to lead the way?
yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Afternoon. Hi, it's Ignatius Manhast, and I curtsy.
Pleasure to meet you.
I bow as well behind her.
I have two curtsy.
Yeah. Action faction.
I know.
Yes.
The Lord is waiting. He's expecting you. Please, this way is the 6 of you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't bring Tim with you, right?
No.
No.
Yep,
Yeah.
just 6 of us.
Yeah.
Right. Please, this way. He sees, he turns around and quickly just, as the kid kind of like pulls at his sleeve.
What does the
and
kid
just
look
works
like?
away. Huh?
What does he look like?
You see the kid is short, looks to be
Oh,
very,
shit.
very young, prepubescent. You see he's got very free-flowing blonde hair, wearing, looks like noble attire of that, just the Bendelian color, the orange colors,
Does he look
just
human?
various shades of it.
Human?
Huh? Human, yes. You see as his shoes just black but very polished, and he is remarkably clean in stark contrast to just about most other people, even to that of noble, more than some of the nobles. but he seems to be just almost guiding.
Can I ask who the little boy's guiding us or the old?
The old man has been doing the talking, but as he's finished speaking and said, "I'll lead you right this way," you see as the kid kind of like pulls at him and begins to make his way.
Can I wave my hand in front of the old man's face?
You do so. You see as the kid. Stop! That's not nice.
Just had to make sure.
What is what might be your names? As we're walking, just making conversation.
Oh, the old guy's
No, he greeted us. He greeted us.
Yeah,
He
the guy
heard us.
tugged on.
The kid did.
Kid tugged on the guys. You can tell just judging based off of it. You see, he seems to be blind.
Yeah.
Oh, he's blind, but he can hear us.
Huh?
He can hear us.
It's not what blind is.
His ears aren't blind. Okay.
Yes.
You're right.
So I asked them what both their names were. Jeez.
The
Fucking
kid.
sue me.
His eyes are deaf.
Smell with your eyes.
Yes, as well.
That deafness of vision just.
Anyway,
The old man says,
God, I
sorry,
hate
how
this.
rude of me. My name is Dorian, Dorian Barstup. Nice to please you. Meet all of you. This is Master Havoc.
Oh, the
he points
prince.
to you point. Hey!
hello.
You see as this young kid, Havoc Bender. That's his name.
Oh,
The
fuck.
Havoc Bender?
Oh, Jesus.
I
I
would.
would ask if he wreaks havoc, but I mean, he smells pretty good. Huh?
I'm guessing it's spelled differently.
Havick.
Well, it is very nice to meet both of you, including you, Master Havoc.
Nice to meet you.
And I'll just make small talk as we walk, as we're getting there. Just kind of want to throw that question out again for him. How old is this castle that we are currently?
Oh, you're asking him?
Yes. He seems like he's been around.
Castle Bindle, it was rebuilt approximately 500 years ago.
Rebuilt, you say? Why was it rebuilt?
Roughly 700 years ago, there was a conflict between the guild's members, the old guild, and the royal family, and
Oh, keep going.
the estate was burnt and leveled to the ground.
Could have just asked
The
me.
savages, absolute savages. No respect for the royal bloodline.
I agree. But the new guild, under more strict guidelines and new leadership, has cooperated with the noble family for as long as we know.
And really random question. I'm a huge fan of history. You
Are
happen
you?
to have a history book on that specific conflict?
Maybe the guild has
Something I
it.
could borrow, perhaps?
Can you check the royal archives?
Oh, I would
Have
love to.
someone look
yeah.
into it.
If you wouldn't mind me taking me there maybe later after our meeting?
If the king grants permission, then we'll see no problem.
Very well.
So immediately to the left and right, you see as two large hallways extrude, and forward you see as there's about 60 feet, and there's a large stairway that leads up. To the left, you can see further on at the end, it seems to be an array of just a seating section, fitting with a couple of waiters either attending at the entrance. To the right, you can immediately looking in that direction, observing. You can smell. You pick up on the scent of just the various foods cooking and being prepared. And you can hear subtly the sounds of either cookware or whatnot banging or clinking against each other. Occasionally, you can see as one of the looks like butlers quickly rushes out and heads further on down the hall as you are. That's what you see as you are passing by. Heading further up stairs, you see a large hall is in front of you, as seems to be the throne room just immediately upon reaching the top of the staircase. Inside, you see is just at the base of each of these 6 columns in the room. There seems to be a guard. Along the left and right, you see as there's these various portraits, and there's this sense, this eerie sense that overcomes all of you. This realization for a moment, as it feels like you've all been here before. looking around for a second, you see as this room seems to be almost exact duplicate or copy of the throne room that you all were in during the fight at Actus Tower.
I'm really looking at those pictures now to see if I see that white-haired elf. That was
Are
in
any
the
of the
photos.
eyes following us in the picture frames?
Your
You know,
perception.
you're white-haired man.
Yeah.
You said we were creeped out, so I would look for something like that if I'm creeped out. Perception?
Yeah.
It
Would
is
I be
a
rolling that as well?
13?
13.
Because I'm looking for the, because there's a portrait of the white elf in the,
There is none of those portraits. There is not a portrait
Okay.
of him in here.
okay.
Oh God. Out of game. Imagine if fucking Silver ends up being the fucking king. I'll fucking kill myself.
I'll fucking fight him right now.
Y'all would die.
Fucking fight him right
Gray's running.
Let me show you how a real rogue does it.
Continuing
Brother.
down this hall, you eventually reach the throne, and behind the throne, there seems to be a smaller pathway that leads further in. Following this path, you see as it splits off to the left and right. Following the left path, you eventually reach a small opening that leads to what looks like a study of sorts. Inside here, you see as what you know to be the king is behind a large red wood table. Scattered throughout the table seems to be an array of just either like papers or paperwork and a couple of small books. Looks like to be either law books or certain things to that likeness. You see a looks to be in his either mid to late 40s male dressed in these.
We're in his study.
Huh?
In his study or in
Yes.
the throne room.
Huh?
In his study.
No, past the throne room. There, you went to the hall to the study.
So we're meeting him in his study now.
Yes.
Okay.
You see dressed in these large, long, very finely decorated orange robes, and just a little, looks like a button-up shirt underneath. Very finely made, put together. It looks like almost tied up in a bow. Or a man bun, is this yellow hair that is just accommodated by this long necklace. At the end of the necklace, you see as this medallion with the medallion symbol on it. Hello there. Nice to meet you all.
And we know his name to be King what?
King
Bengal, obviously. But
Hadrian, Hadrin. Hadrian Norstock is his original name.
Oh.
But,
Would we know that though?
huh?
Iggy.
Would we know that though?
She knows that. You would know that.
Okay, yeah.
Based off of
Just Adrian Bindle.
And
course
you know
I-
his wife to be Eleonora Bendel.
Do I know if I should bow or kneel?
Make a
I'll
wisdom check.
I'll just give him I'll just give him the traditional.
Kiss.
I'll just
I
give
heard
him the
that too.
traditional bow.
I heard kiss.
Yeah.
I'll just give him the traditional bow.
History,
Yeah.
you said? That's 22.
22. Generally with kings, they do usually is disrespectful not to bow.
I will bow.
I will grab my lady
Huh?
and kind of do like a
Force her
like,
down.
like a conjoined bow.
Like fighting it.
Yeah.
8.
8. Yeah, I think. So all of you bow.
Give
I-
me a quick bow.
Yeah, me. I'm just
Forcible
yeah. Just arm over, just
I curtsy.
quickly
I linger my
helping
little
her
longer.
along, making sure we're in the right.
No need to be so formal. Still, I've not been royalty for long enough to deserve such formalities. Don't worry about it. It's a pleasure to meet you all. And she kind of gets up and just like pushes a couple of the papers away and goes to shake each one of your hands. I hope you've all been enjoying Bindle in your stay here.
Oh, I live here.
Oh, well, I hope
Igniting Ignatius, nice to meet you.
there is the recollection. So that will be you.
Yeah.
Pleasure to finally put a face to the name. And the rest of you all?
Orys.
Orys.
Great.
Right. Kind of shakes her head.
You have a buzzing, thriving city.
Thank you. We work to keep it as best as we can. And the rest of you?
You know, Your Lordship, this is Ithryl, Hope, and myself, Gabriel Rene Dormont. You may know of my family
Siblings, huh?
dead.
Negative.
I am familiar with the name, but not the reputation. But I will be sure to educate myself. It's a pleasure to meet you. And the rest of you as well, as he goes to shake each of your hands. So, I hear that your time in the city have been a rather busy one, from saving our neighboring town of Alberton from a series of spiders and renegade druids.
Is there seats, by the way?
Huh?
Is there seats?
Yes. The seat that he's been sitting in is a little bit larger, but there's sporadically throughout the room a couple of seats, smaller chairs to be sitting in. Then you helped us with allies to the north with the lizard folk, and now I hear that you have traversed towards Ora Road and helped our allies to the further north.
Yeah, so your allies in Aura Road, kind of.
We have a list.
Well, yeah, those.
Well, you go. You go. I'll let.
Be a little more concise.
We have a
Yeah,
list.
yeah, I thought she would.
No.
Oh.
Judging from the hammer, I believe you see as he kind of like walks back over to the table, and you see as he picks up like a couple pieces of paper, and passive perception. Those of you who are close enough, you can see near the front
Stat sheets
huh?
for ourselves.
Basically, yes. Basically, just an entire description, a physical description of each one of you and things that you've done in the city.
Oh,
or
God.
throughout. Who's in front?
Iggy.
Closest to him.
Iggy.
Iggy and Gabriel.
Gabriel? Okay, so you two of you can make perception checks.
That's a 12.
15.
15? Okay. So, Iggy, you can see, looking at the notes, get rather detailed, and some of the things where you hadn't reported this, going to the shop to buy this, or talking to specific people at this time.
Getting turned down by that one person.
Yeah, so,
Been being
it's a rather detailed report on each of you. So judging by the hammer, I would imagine you to be one of the Blue Thunder leaders. Orys, I believe it was. The original Blue Thunder, that is.
Yeah, that would be me. And that is,
As I load my stats.
now look for the name of my hammer.
That's Bessie. Yeah, you know Bessie.
That is Storm Rider.
Look.
Well,
I
I
was
look
just gonna
forward to
say Mimi.
seeing or hearing about its victories, at least.
Do you mind if we take a seat? We might be here.
No, make yourselves at home.
Oh, okay, cool. We might be here for.
Are you all thirsty or
some
hungry?
minutes.
You need anything?
Well, I mean, if
I'd have some.
you have any of that royal wine that I've been hearing so much about.
I can see that, son.
While they're talking, you said we're in a.
A study.
In his
You
study,
see
right?
around, yes, this large red wood table is in the center or near the back of the room. Standing immediately behind it, this large orange plush chair is the one that he's been sitting on. Behind that, there's a large window with looks like carved in trimmings around it, but you see as the light is kind of like shining in through it.
Are there like
and
bookshelves?
Books, yes.
Okay.
A couple of bookshelves on the left and right, where a couple of the chairs have either been in front of or sit next to it, and a small little table to the immediate right upon entering.
Any large.
I'm gonna not sit down. I'm just gonna keep the conversation in earshot and not really say much of anything. But I wanna while they're talking, kind of comb through the books and look for anything relevant on the bookshelf.
Okay, make a perception check.
Are there any trophy beasts on the wall? No trophy beasts. Okay.
I'm just gonna hand. I guess I wrote down a
6.
little
Or shit,
list of
11.
stuff to talk about to Gabriel, and just like, we're just gonna talk about these, and then just sit down and like intently pay attention.
You guys would have said this before we left the fucking house. That's fine.
We did.
No.
Yes,
it
we
was
did.
the kind of consensus that you didn't want me to talk.
No.
No, you just threw a fit because you didn't have your clothes.
Yeah.
Fair.
Story, can you get those drinks for you, for us? And you see he's kind of like nods his head. You see as the kid kind of like
You
pulls
want some?
at his
Yep,
arm
I'll do it.
as
Yeah,
they
I'll
each
do it.
sleep
If you want me to, I'll do it. And I'll take my drink, give it a nice little.
He left to get the drinks.
He left. He just left to get the drink.
Sorry, I heard you. I thought you said he
You
just
took the
brought
king's
it.
drink? My God.
Yeah, I bend over. Yeah, take it.
Is this water?
So I didn't see that. I'm guessing she wouldn't have said that out loud that she saw those papers.
Nope.
So yes, I'll just say that simply, your lord, we have been in your fine city for about 2 days now. We were here before, and then we traveled a bit. So one of the real reasons we came back was because we were made privy to knowledge of a great danger that might threaten the city.
Captain Tor has informed us a bit of this. Something that's along the lines of creatures tunneling beneath the cities.
Fortunately, there's two things. One of them, probably more of realistically, an issue now, possibly tomorrow, a week from now. The other, a growing danger. Unfortunately, we were subjected to the awakening of a, how you say, demigod hater, one with god powers that hates all other gods, but was sealed away a long time ago. His name was Aklis, and
The one of our soldiers was possessed by, I believe you had spoken to Tor about as well.
that is one of the things we warned him about. He's out and about. Not sure when that's going to become a thing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That is a thing that is probably the biggest of the issues, but at this moment in time might not be the most prevalent because of the vampires.
Yeah. End of the world, end of the city. I mean,
Yeah, it's kind of, they're both really important. They're both very terrible. But there is also from our knowledge, a vampire horde.
underneath Bendel.
Well, what was the swamp called?
I would know that
Go!
somewhere.
Gray, what was the
No.
swamp north of here called?
I know. Hammer Swamp. What are you asking the cat for? I know this.
So-
Smart.
He is
Knows
not.
things.
He writes
Somehow,
things.
a lot of
Hammer Swamp.
vampires were able to escape a sealed area, and they have been gathered in the Hammer Swamp north of town. And apparently their goal is to burrow under the city, rise up, and feed.
Yes, he pulls out a map similar to the one you have. He shows, here's Hammer Swamp right here.
So they will have to hit Lancet first.
Could we borrow
Lancet.
Whatever that town is north. Is that
Could we borrow
Lancet?
it's
that map?
the exact same one you guys got.
Is that Lancet?
Huh?
Is that Lancet that's north of us?
Lancet, yes.
No.
North of, that's south of Hammer Swamp, north of Bendel.
Yes. Here's Hammer Swamp. These points right here. And then Lancet is immediately to the south and go following along the coast until you reach Bendel.
There's a lake there, I see.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like right by. Oh, actually, no. Lizard folks on the other side of the mountains.
Yes. There's a
Never
field
mind. We
of
never saw
Lancet.
that lake.
Interesting.
Well, that's probably where they're basing their operations from, but we're afraid that they're already under the city.
They've
And
been for
just-
quite some time.
Just to show them we're not bullshitting, I'll show them the vampire skull.
I'm keeping that, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Unless you want it, which
no, just
I believe
for
you.
proof, this is from the town that we were in beforehand that they attacked.
I believe you. You've shown more than enough evidence of being aligned with us, having no militia towards the city.
yeah, they had as we were leaving Ora Road, they had an attack. We were fortunately survived the night, but have you heard anything about that?
Or road.
Yeah.
From what I heard, they have today received their new wizard in charge of protecting the city, and he should be here by the day's end, or there by the day's end, but their security, nothing yet. The state of the city is unknown to us.
Well, while we were there, the vampire problem wasn't that big of an issue, but it definitely caused chaos. After the guards ended up taking control, it was fine, but I'm afraid in that small of a city, it's a lot more manageable, but in a city like Vendel might become a bigger issue.
Well, we have few allies that we can call upon for aid. Some who would specialize in dealing with the undead, and we can see if they would be able to assist us in our little pest problem.
They were talking in the great numbers. It did not seem like this would be a simple
Probably
walk into a building and exterminate the little issue.
No, but
More like killing a whole town, possibly. Eradicating a whole village. Something of that nature.
right, well, we will see what information we can gather and work as quickly as we can.
Could you...
possibly get word out to the towns of Middleac and Arbiton?
Yes,
They're
and
probably the
nonsense.
most at risk.
I would also ask, your lordship, do you have access to your piece of the chain? In order to stop the greater growing threat, eventually, we have learned that the only way that that will be done is if we connect all pieces of the chain
Is there guards in the room?
No.
And
It's just us
seal.
and the king?
That looks good, yeah.
and seal
I'm salivating.
and seal Atlas away again. And that,
Oh.
from what we know, is that that is going to be the only way eventually. So it's the only reason I'm bringing it up now.
I'll stand up and I'll pull my hammer out and I'll sort of present him the horn that has now been incorporated into the hammer.
What the fuck? What? Caw, what?
Hey,
Excuse me?
well, this information does not leave this room, as he looks at each of you.
As I turn my recorder on, I'm sorry.
Press his
How's
play
that?
button on her shirt.
I guess right now I'm just standing there with my hammer. I'll explain
Sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
This right here is
The High Wizard gave it to us before.
Ora Road's piece of the chain. The hammer is actually called the Heavenly Forge. Is the, I guess, official holy name for it. Pretty lame.
Pretty lame.
Not really though. It's pretty cool. It is apparently some sort of very powerful weapon that could potentially help us against Atlas, and under guidance of my god, I've been tasked to collect all the pieces of the chain and I'm assuming put them together to defeat Atlas or seal him away again.
We are in possession of a piece of this chain that you speak of.
I know.
While I'm sure you're aware of the forests that surround the city. Once it's enchantments that protect us from those who mean us. Militia was once powered by the lizard folk, and that magic was extinguished long ago. Following that, we had to resort to other measures to reenact the enchantment. That enchantment is coming from our piece of the chain. And giving it to you, we would leave ourselves as vulnerable as
That was what the High Wizard
Do I
had said
know-
before.
Hmm?
That's what the High Wizard had told us before. He had given us this.
Do I know what the forest magic he's talking about?
What forest magic? You are aware, you've been told before that with the forest around Bindle is enchantment to those who mean malicious intent against Bindle as a civilization or someone of Bindle or civilian of Bindle.
Great.
Upon entering it, the enchantment would affect their mind and force them to walk out.
Great.
So-
Do you have on your notes? Did you ever get a sketch of the crystal that we gave for the what's that farmer in Alberton? Do you remember that crystal?
Yeah.
Can you show him that?
I don't have a sketch of it. I can describe
Why
it.
wouldn't you? You fucking sketching everything. God damn.
I write everything
Aasimar,
down.
what happened to
Come
the
on.
what happened to
You guys
the
talking about Lon Lon
magic from the lizard people? Why did that cease?
Long, long days.
Lon
They
Lon
used
Ranch.
to have their own magic that they, either their ancestors or whatnot, different powers that we had contained it in the gym, and a couple of 100 years ago, it was destroyed.
It was a gem you said that was destroyed?
Yes.
Do you happen to know if they know of any other gems alike that are similar that we could possibly retrieve for them?
I guess the question here, the only question that matters here is what situation would you allow us to have that piece?
Given the situation with these vampires,
Right, I mentioned that,
seems
yeah.
to be- I imagine they would be tunneling
wouldn't.
underneath the
Mm.
ground to sort of bypass this enchantment that we have in place. Seeing as that would be the immediate threat on the city, should this threat be dealt with, and our city, if our city were in a state of peace in that circumstance, I feel that we would be indebted to whoever would be a deal with that, and we would allow you to use it.
Do you have conversations with Centurietti?
We have a sort of relationship with them.
Our business eventually will need to take us there. We would always be grateful for an introduction. We've only met one person from there, but they were a little bit busy at the time.
My
so we
parents
could
are there
not,
already. They've been there for about 10 years now.
We couldn't quite make our statement be respected in a way.
They're
but-
more of a second option if we can't gather the 6 pieces of the chain. Because there was a time when the mages of sentient whatever, were able to capture trap a god, demigod, long ago.
Right. Well, I can use what connections I have to try and see if I can get you an audience with one of their members.
A mere mention of our name, I'm sure, would probably be enough coming from the King of Limbo. I noticed that
Around now, you see as the drink has been
Ah.
brought to you.
Thank you. Quite
and I've
very
taken back
appreci-
my hammer and sat back down.
Very appreciated.
Um,
Do I know the year of this?
More important things
a,
at play.
Nature check.
A nature check? Doesn't matter. I rolled a 3.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
All right. Okay. So meta. We've basically gone over everything. Is there anything else anyone can think of that we can talk about?
Can you point out to me on this map
The
here
taboo things.
where
but no.
where would we be able
Well,
to
I
find the
don't-
leader of the
you
like
kinda already
the
brought it up,
druid
but
or
I
the
wanna
spiritual
bring
leader
up
of the lizard folk?
That place anymore.
What part of the forest would they be?
What I didn't bring
Oh,
this
Tribe
no,
up.
that you
he did.
encountered before.
Okay, that their leader would be in that one.
He brought up-
We're out of game right now.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
told him
no
about
one-
it.
no-
He brought up what's it called a little too much. I didn't want to bring it up that much.
But what?
No,
Oh.
I was just testing the waters. I was just testing the waters.
Only about the vampires. You didn't say
Yeah.
anything else
Yeah.
about
Tell me,
the
do you-
other things.
what do you
that
know about this wizard
No, we
that
don't.
He also
been sent
said
to Aura Road?
the
No
king
reason.
also said he knows
I
about
hear
the
that.
fact
The
they
incident.
lost their wizard.
Yeah.
He knows they lost their wizard, so they know quite a
I hear
bit. He knows quite a
that
bit.
Nexador's brother,
Yeah.
his
Yeah, we know it was gonna
other
be next
brother,
to his brother.
is making his way
Yeah, the new wizard is
Arrangements.
Nexador's brother.
to be their replacement.
Okay, so it is next door's brother. Okay. You know, but this.
I think we have to go see this place you talked
Not
about.
older, I mean younger brother.
No.
Your eyes got big when you saw it on the map.
And you're still
My sister's there.
good
Yeah.
relations with them.
I
correct?
just I think
Things
we
are
have to
peaceful
go.
between the two of you?
it's No question.
Well, given the circumstances and their vulnerability, a few of the nobles
Is my sister there?
think it would be wise
Parents
for
are
us
procreation.
to use this opportunity to seize control of the mountain pass to the north.
Who have done that?
And what do you think?
I'm stuck in the decision right now.
I gotta.
I'm sure you're aware of some of the minor civics of this city and my position with the nobles, and such an action could please quite a number of them, and get some more control for the family, but at the cost of relations with Orys and their allies. It's a questionable choice. So we're treading lightly for now until we make a final decision.
Can I be a little, I guess, intrusive and ask you, do you want to be king?
Kind of pauses for a bit.
Because I can't. It's just something that I was thinking on the way here. Because would it be easier to quell the minds of the nobles here by stepping down and naming your heir? Because he is a Bendelian, right?
Yes.
Would they be okay with him being a king and you perhaps just acting king until he becomes of age?
Steward.
That is the goal, is to have him assume the throne when he becomes of age and maturity. Kind of like thinks off to himself. But if I were to act too hastily or too rashly now, it would open the gates for them to show my weakness and potential reason to take me off my throne and put someone they deem worthy or more controllable on the throne instead.
Yeah.
I believe that. I believe you have the Bendelian name in good mind, your lordship. So do not let your enemies thin you out. But I do believe that we've presented everything we can.
Yeah, hold on. Would you task us with helping with this vampire problem, and perhaps, if successful, would you be willing to give us this piece?
Well, with situations the way they are now, if you feel that you are capable of impacting a situation with these vermin, I would again be indebted to you. If you feel like you can handle their situation, I would ask that you do. And open whatever gates may be blocking you from doing so, if need be.
Not to be curt, I turn around from the bookshelf.
Literally has his pipe in his hand and he's been smoking for a half an hour.
Hear a low growl.
It would definitely help our cause, which in turn helping you and the rest of this continent. If you could maybe give us some sort of advantage or give us some sort of help to take care of the vampires that are below your city, because at this point
We are,
we
but
could probably take care of it, but it would definitely
we
help,
are but humble adventurers.
seeing as you are the king and this is your city.
So, you said you could probably take care of it?
He's
Nah.
asking for resources.
Any sort of help, because so far, since we've come on this,
I was thinking if you could help, if you could give Tor, the Captain Tor, the go-ahead and signal to just completely start working towards this, we can help Tor as best as we can.
Well, Tor has had himself, his hands have been full dealing with this parent goblin issue to our east.
Goblin issue.
Yes.
East. What's east of this town? This town's on literally
Sorry,
on the
West.
water.
My bad. West. Sorry.
Wait a second.
No, east.
No, east.
East.
No,
Yeah,
it is
east. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's east.
Oh,
it
shit,
is.
sorry.
We're on the
Yeah, you
west
got me
coast.
messed up.
I'm from the East Coast. My bad.
Our
I used
east.
to be on the West Coast.
Goblin portals to our east.
My bad.
Originally, he posted a request for aid, but those who we have sent has either not come back or gone missing.
Goblins. Doesn't that sound familiar?
Does it?
I don't know.
I just had a idea, not about that, something completely different. But go ahead.
There's.
But I need to talk
On
to
our
you
way
about
to
something.
Aura Road.
Yeah, no, I remember those, but that's pretty far away, north.
Those were pretty. Those were just. Wow. Those were. They believed in that thing. They were trying to feed them to him.
So let's get back on track here.
Yeah. No. I know. I think we're going off track. We've done a lot. We should probably leave.
I couldn't help but notice that there's a Dundelian embassy ship here. Might you also have connections with the Empire over there?
Some.
Speaking as a Dwendelian, I can't help but think it's going to be difficult also getting in contact with the king. King, do I know his name?
Queen.
Queen.
Queen Eris.
Queen Iris. And probably getting a visit with her as we are with you would be a lot more difficult, as reserved as they are.
I can send letters to her and her council to make entry easier. With us not being of the right race, as they would put it, it kind of doesn't hold too much of a weight, but I can make the entry easier, not open.
There, real quick, outside of that, I'm also from that continent, correct, or that country, correct?
You are from the Dwendelian
Yeah.
Empire.
So, sorry, what race are we talking about?
Elves.
Elven?
Elves.
Okay.
Fucking elves.
The entire Dwendelian Empire is very racist. They believe that elves are far superior to everything else.
Amen.
Their
What-
laws are very in favor for elves.
So wait, are you
What-
from a high elf village or from a wood elf?
What are their
village?
opinions on tabaxis, since we're also native
you-
to that area?
Tabaxi are
House plants?
less than elves,
Ooh.
but more than humans.
Oh.
Oh.
That's probably that's pretty good.
Are they more than half
They
elves?
probably fucking hate us.
Huh?
'cause
Are they more than half
probably
elves?
hate you 'cause
They
you're
probably
like
they
a
fucking
bastard.
hate
Me,
us.
I'm not a half elf.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
like
Blue and red
Yes.
over here.
I'm probably like low tier as well, so
Yeah,
They
you're
hate-
human. Yeah, you are human. All right, so
most
Wait.
hated club.
Wait till they get
Wait,
a load of
question.
me.
Meta, have we covered everything we need to cover? Should we-
Basically, the things, at
hasn't
least the
passed.
things
Are
that
we
we were
literally
allowed
gonna?
to.
Are we gonna spend the night in the castle with the king, or should we fucking leave?
No.
How many chances do you get to talk to a king?
I understand that, but I think we're just at this point now we're starting to go in circles.
Yeah, I think we're done. Everything else is pretty much considered taboo.
But has
so
he given us the task of?
He hasn't given
Yeah.
us anything yet.
we.
He's also considering, I guess.
So,
He's considering.
to get to the meat of it, King, Sorry.
Sir Kingsley.
Sir King. His lordship. Mr. Fucking try to like nudge you.
Lord, he's a king. A lord and a king are two different
it's your
things.
grace.
My liege.
Would you know that?
Your Majesty.
Either way. So basically, if you are telling us that
Adrian would be fine.
Hadrian.
Brother.
Adrian?
Adrian.
With an A.
Yes.
With
I
an
said,
H.
I said Hadrian.
With an H.
H or an A.
Hadrian.
Yes.
Hadrian. Hadrian. Adrian?
Say it
Hey,
one more time.
Adrian.
Hadrian.
One more time for the fans in the
Adrian.
back.
I grab the
Um,
back of his fur.
So,
He's stuck. So.
With this, can everyone else make a perception check?
Nope.
16.
20. That's a 7. Actually, it's
16.
6. Sorry, it's 6. I'm not perceptive.
What is it?
16.
Okay.
16.
Okay, nothing. Nothing. So.
No one sees it?
Oh, fuck.
You see it like a smirk comes with Adrian. Yes.
I said Hadrian the first time. So, and I'm not saying that to him. I'm just saying that in general.
Give me a break, King. God.
So, if you want us to take care of what's beneath Bendel, is there no one that you could charge from the guilds to do this? It just seems as if we are trying to unify every country in the continent right now to defeat a god. Just seems like something that
Well, I can request of the guild. I can't command the guild to do anything they do not wish to. I can advise them to. I can implore them and give them
They're
incentive.
citizens. They're not part of the military.
Surely they would.
Not command.
And I mean that with no disrespect at all. It just seems like it would be a better use of our time in the long run to continue with our
Surely
objectives
the,
outside of this city when you have such a wealth of skill and talent here.
Yes.
and surely the guild would jump at the chance to defend their own city from these vermin,
And
as you
build
said.
some sort of
Sure,
I'm
they
a
would.
part
It's
of the
just a
guild.
matter of whether they see the expedience in it or not. But
They may see the expedience quicker than they
I look
like.
at you and I give you, hey, during your kingship.
God damn it.
Might, if we were to put our first foot forward in the effort to prevent or stop all of this, would we happen to have access to anything that you might be able to help us out with as far as resources and weaponry?
See if he said it better. What are you gonna give us, huh?
I can allow you full access to the shops in the Econ district. I
can't afford
can put in my word for any foreign affairs that you need access to ease of access into it. Or
Is that
Is there anything
possibly
you
a
have?
seal of the king?
yes, with my seal, I can get you into any of these shops in the city.
Well, the day is still early. We might be able to make an effort to, I guess, cat's out of the bag. You said your sister is in
Right
that
here.
town.
No, that was out of game.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Thought you were like
No.
Isaac.
May I ask you why did you decide to meet with us?
Captain Tor vouched for you.
But you haven't really asked us any other questions.
Because he's been watching us. And people literally following us.
Are you
taking
telling me
stuff.
in game or not?
Out of game.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
She
pointed.
knows that.
You
I
don't know
haven't
that.
said anything
Well, I
yet.
mean,
don't
okay,
know
so
that.
out of game.
Mason knows that.
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
We're in the game, though.
Yeah.
No, that was a dick move, my bad.
So, I hold Captain Tor's opinion very highly. If he says that you mean well for the kingdom, then I will take his word at it. And everyone has their secrets, so if you have something that you feel you need to hold back for your safety or mine, I will respect that.
What?
Nothing. I just think that we take the seal of
Mm-hmm.
his kingship, and we do a little bit of shopping, and
Call it a day and then head out?
I don't know. Do we really want to go back, talk about what we want to do, come all the way back here, figure out that shit? Like, should we solve it right now? I apologize, Hadrian. Is there somewhere we could just have a moment in private?
Full honesty, there's nowhere in this castle that's quite private.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Like, start looking around. What do I see?
Nothing.
We
with
don't
that
see-
perception check.
We all learned sign language, right? Like, we all
Really,
learned
with
sign
a
language when
20?
we were on the
With a
road.
20, I didn't see anything.
I start speaking Draconic to see if they all understand
Nope,
me.
I don't know it.
So Hadrian, I think the last question that we really need is, do you have confidence in the guild, or any of the guilds, to persuade them to take care of the problem that's in Bindle, or do we need to stay here and take care of it?
I think us taking care of it gives us a little bit of leverage to receive that second piece.
Who are these?
I mean,
Yeah,
allies?
end of the
he's
world
already
kinda
agreed that
gives
if you take care of the vampire issue, he
So
gives
the
you-
end of the
Who
world
are
was an
these
issue and
allies
went to
you're-
Aura Road,
you're
and it
planning
took
on
him,
calling?
the entire city collapsing before he gave us that piece.
Exactly,
Or-
Bindle can collapse too if it isn't taken care of.
Who are your allies you're planning
But are we gonna
on
vote?
calling?
There are some mercenaries
Mercenaries.
to the far east, southern east, who specialize in dealing with undead, and then a family of them who we can call upon for
I'm good.
our extermination issue.
Belmonts.
And a few people who have worked with us in the past.
Would I know that?
The only person who can make a check is Greg.
I have no, not even. Not from there. Okay.
What am I making a check on?
Okay, so you weren't paying attention. Cool. So don't worry about that.
Cool. So we're staying in Bendel and we're taking care of the vampires.
If you'd like to call them still,
It seems like that's the clear-cut way to get that piece of the chain.
Let's do it then. Let's take care of it now before they have more time to turn more people. So
we'd like to
as quickly as
help with the
possible.
problem.
Okay.
Which means we need to go to the shops, and then we need to take a quick rest, and then we need to head up to check out that town north of us, and then hopefully kill them where they're at in the swamp before they get down here.
So we're just gonna go by ourselves to a unknown amount of vampires in the woods.
Maybe Captain Tor will send some soldiers with us.
Do some
Might be able to take
reconnaissance,
some
right?
soldiers with us.
Before we were leaving, I was supposed to be given a map of the sewers
By
by Duke.
Duke
Ferdinand.
shithead who
Fedemeyer? Duke Fedemeyer?
I believe
Ferdinand.
so.
Who is the Duke in charge of the sewers?
Doofenshmirtz.
I don't know.
A nobleman.
Duke Sewers.
Oh, fuck, that guy does owe us a fucking favor.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Sewers.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Yep. Well, we all keep leaving when we have favors owed to us and not cashing them out.
That
Yes,
motherfucker
he
does owe
lost
us
his
big time.
maps and the events of the sewers.
Sure
happened
you
in the
did.
sewers. Which is why he has not gotten that to you. It is now in world.
As in Larry
I
hasn't made
rolled
it.
high
As in-
enough
As in
to
Larry
get
hasn't
that.
made it is
I
what he
know,
means.
but this is a big city. And make it a sewage system for this big city.
But he was a lord,
He will
right?
make new ones and get that to you when he has them.
He was a lord, right?
He was a lord.
Was being the keyword.
He was the lord of the poop factory down in the swamps.
He was rich though.
He was rich.
He
Hey.
had a son my age.
There's-
but
Plumbing
There's
is
big money in
money.
yeah, there's big money in
In
poop.
the
Plumbing
attack of the
can be big
sewers,
money,
all
baby.
in the attack of the sewers, the copies that he had either vanished or were destroyed.
Great.
So says it the hard drive on his computer.
nice.
All right, so we have it. We know what we're doing.
So-
We gotta go shopping. We gotta rest, and then we're fucking beelining that little town north.
Larry, did you check your messages?
I checked one of them.
Check the other one.
Oh boy, you said boy.
Can I take one more final check on the way out on what kind of wine this was?
We're facing the
Huh?
I think one on the way
Not
out.
just
One final check on the
jump
wine.
in.
The year and or the flavor.
I'm sorry. One more time. What are you
On the
checking?
way out,
What's
just
just-
one more
The wine.
check
The
for
wine.
the year, the wine, or flavor.
You could ask, but yeah, make a.
Ask.
It's your.
He wants to
make
show
yourself
off. That's
flat
what he
wisdom.
does. Yeah.
Flat win. Why did you give me this wisdom check?
What else would it be?
5.
What else would it be?
I don't know.
Nature.
Not high. Not high on the list of priorities.
My
Here, let's go.
innate ability of knowing this. It's fine. I fail it. I won't say shit about it.
This Yellowtail's great stuff.
I'm the last. I'm the last one out of the room.
Also,
so what was that check?
It was 5.
5.
Yeah. It tastes like screw off cap Redfoot.
Did I find any relevant
Barefoot?
information on
Barefoot.
I asked for a check earlier. I didn't know if you gave it to me or
I
not.
don't remember what I rolled.
So just give me another one.
Wow.
Natural 20, baby.
Fuck.
For a what check?
Finally, someone.
Okay,
The books.
So what are you looking for? Anything in specific?
I'm looking. I said relevant information, which really isn't that specific.
Pretty open-ended.
That's very ambiguous.
Okay. So
Interesting book titles.
I'm looking for anything. Can I because I'm grazing through the whole bookshelf. I'm not specifically looking for one thing. I'm
What's
obviously-
interesting, you mean?
Here's where Ithryl's
Yeah.
200 gold
Interesting.
are.
I'm looking for something that has to do
The
with
book.
Aklis, Centaurietti, or the chain. I'm
Okay.
yeah, that's where I'm headed.
See.
I totally thought that. I was like you were staring at the fire the whole time, and then just turned around with a lit pipe, just like, just straight up
No,
Sherlock
I was
Holmes.
ignoring the king and letting you guys talk.
While you were listening and smoking a pipe.
I think we would have noticed the smoke.
Yeah.
You were standing by the fireplace.
So you see
Yeah.
the familiar book of the old gods and the new, but in terms of the chain, you see ancient unlocked powers. Ancient locked powers is the only book that might have something to do with it.
Take it.
Can I pull it out and
Steal it.
Hadrian? I'm gonna borrow this. Is that okay? You request or said we could take some resources for our quest.
You can bring it back.
I'll take care of that for you. Puts it in, walks straight out of the room as soon as I put it in my bag.
Also,
Natural
your-
20s. That's
Your
Beautiful.
good time for that.
Butler?
Good fucking time for that.
butler, the guy who.
Dorian?
Blind guy.
Yes.
Blind guy Dorian.
He mentioned that I might be able to borrow, with your permission, a book of the histories of the conflicts that took place about 700 years ago.
I can get you that.
I would love to read more about the
Would
rebellion
you
history.
specifically Bindle or Fios in general?
What do you?
Huh?
What can you give me?
What do you think? What do you recommend?
So there's a series of books. One on how Bindle was affected during those events. One how Fios in general for the continent was affected, and one how the Maricorian Empire was affected.
Let me get the Fios one.
Fios in general? Okay.
Well, if you can take 2 of those, and then I'll take my book.
You already walked
and-
out.
Yeah, I already walked
I'm
out.
getting greedy.
They're books. We're saving his fucking city.
Hey, you got 200 gold lying around?
Yeah.
For sure enough.
I'm looking for that mound of gold.
I want my gold back.
You open up a room, it's just a pile of. Oh my god.
the coffers.
I will, in the best way possible, have our group leave in the most respectful
Yeah.
I'm the last
I'll-
one
I'll
out.
take it back.
way that I know. She says she's gonna hang back. I won't fight it, and I'll bow and get everybody else out of the room.
I said thank you.
You did.
You said welcome.
Welcome.
Alright. You're the last one out.
Yep.
All living beings are on this.
Your Majesty, I don't mean to pry, but I'm a little curious. What are you working on over there?
My papers?
Why is there a detailed day by day, hour by hour thing about me and my friends and probably others?
Well, while Captain Tor's word is very, I regard his opinion very highly. My council don't take the same regard for such words. So they found it necessary to get as much information as they could on potential either threats to the throne or Bendel in general.
Oh, I wouldn't want the throne. That sounds like a stressful job as it is.
Right, but if I were to die, although many would be happy, I
Would they
send the
look someone
country
to
into a
pin it on?
state of- I'm sorry?
Would they pick someone from that table to pin it on?
No. They would spend a while trying to find, and they would probably fight each other into determining who would take my place. But the chaos that it would cause would be beneficial for our enemies.
Mm.
But I apologize if you feel your privacy was invaded. But
Mm.
such precautionary measures were necessary.
I guess. I mean, times are changing rapidly, so. Well, I guess that's it. And as I'm walking out, I'm gonna be paying attention to more like the paintings along the wall. See, not looking for silver, but see if any of them are like similar to the ones that we saw in Aklis.
Make a perception check.
Just asking the blind guy. So can you tell me about this piece right here?
21.
21. That way too. So you do not see any paintings that are similar. You do, however, see as there's various different on the sides of these windows. There's just different decorated drapes, and something moved the drape. This is like,
Take a few steps closer to the drape.
huh?
I take a few steps closer to like the drape that moved. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens, but the king does have, Adrian does have a rather large smirk on his face.
I pull it back.
Nothing's there.
Nothing's there. Okay. Then
Inside.
keep walking, then.
You have a great day.
You too, Your Majesty.
The rest of you.
Fucker.
Fucking leave. We all leave. We're out. We're out. That was a little more than we thought it was going to be. That was a lot.
Check something. So, the rest of you are escorted to the library, Orys. Just a large room with just rows and rows of books. And you see, there's a couple of males are in there. Seems just going through different paperwork and just reading a series of books. But upon asking for the books you are looking for, they hand you the two books. Both of them seem to just be history books on each of the different subjects, but they inform you that the questions that you're asking for or the answers that you're looking for should be in those books.
Cool. And which ones are those again? Sorry.
Just a history of Bendel and a history of Fios
Cool.
in the recent centuries. So,
Yeah, we need to fucking regroup outside of the castle at your house ASAP. We've got to talk to each other.
questions to the group. Because of the hiccup, are we going on break?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
yeah.
8:30. It's,
Okay.
it's a good time to go.
Okay, so having convened at Iggy's house, gotten prepared for your meeting with the king, and fortunately retrieved your package, Gabriel. Party prepared for their meeting with the king. conversed on the situation and came up to a sort of agreement as to how they could obtain Bindle's piece of the chain. Getting a bit of information as much information as they could. The party has left Castle Bindle. Can everyone make a perception check upon leaving?
Jesus.
Ooh, nat 20.
22.
15.
13.
15 actually. Holy shit.
Do you
Finally.
have 15 or higher?
22.
Okay, so those of you who got a 15 or higher, out of the corner of your eye, you see as you take a double take as it is confusing. What the hell did you just see? But it looked like a naked person running through the castle.
God damn it. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, so with a nat 20, can I tell if it's a human?
It was a human male in his, looks like teenage years, but naked man rushing through.
The naked guy running through the castle? And that only
But as you all leave,
Please bring this up to me.
as you all leave the castle.
Wait, no, I did see it. Is it 15 or higher, right?
15 or higher.
That's all. Seems it.
With a natural 20, you see it was a human male.
Bring it up to me.
Tell the group.
Convening outside of Castle Bindle, you are waved goodbye by those of you who were escorted out. As you all convene and plan for what happens next, we will see after this short break.
Yeah, it's gonna be a quick one this time.
Who's the naked guy?
The prince.
A reoccurring character.
The older prince.
Wait, no, I thought you said the kid was like 12 or 10.
There's two.
Not him. Not him.
Not him.
It's not him.
There's
Oh,
two.
God.
What
Yeah, that's
other
what.
naked
That's
character?
why he made a face when he's like maturity for the crown prince.
Lord have mercy.
So we'll be back, guys.
I
after
want to
this
meet
short
his
break.
friends that dared him to do this
Press
shit.
the button on the stream.
You gotta press it a button.
Press it a
Because
button.
our homie
DM
is,
slash
Back in
DA.
a second, guys.
Hello.
All you gotta do is,
Which one
plane
is it?
Ship. Plane ship this to the medium, what's it called?
What's the button?
Break. It should say break or something like that.
Rake.
Be back.
like your toes,
Hello,
sir.
and we're back.
Hello.
So, previously on Magic Modifiers.
Oh boy.
Fire. All right.
Previously on Magic
Spicing up a
Modifiers,
bit.
Axe Faction had
That's
reunited
your other channel.
outside the Temple of Bahamut, and eventually made their way back to Iggy's house to discuss their upcoming meeting with the king and put on more professional attire. Through a series of fortunate events, they eventually got a presentable presence and made their way over there. Meeting their blind butler
What, this?
and youngest of sons at the door, you were escorted into the castle and brought to the king's personal study, where you met the King of Bendel. Having sort of nonchalant, less formal than you anticipated meeting, you debriefed him on the current situation and came to the agreement of dealing with their vampire issue in exchange for Bendel's piece of the chain. Having been granted access to the shops of the Econ District and any future aid necessary, you have now made your way outside of Castle Bindle after additionally acquiring a few books for study. So, Action Faction, what are you doing?
We're on the cart. I guess on the way back.
Okay.
Should we go see Tor, you guys think? Maybe, I guess, discuss what he's planning on doing? Tell him that we're in.
I mean, why would we need to see Tor? I mean, he talks to the king regularly. I'm pretty sure the king will probably tell him.
Well, that's what I'm saying, like, just to make sure that we're not doing the same thing that he's already doing.
All right.
Well, he did say Tor was dealing with goblins.
He did. He said
But I
his
imagine
hands
he's-
are full. Question for the group. Who do we know who hates the undead the most?
The Raven Queen.
She
So
doesn't
one-
hate the undead.
Yes, I believe that's exactly how it was
Her
explained to
followers.
us. Yes.
There's in the Depid district. There's actually a Raven Queen temple.
I'm not going back there.
You don't have to go back there. You can. Wait.
My
Are
only
you
thing
scared?
is, if anyone's
No.
if we are going to, I'm just saying, if we're going to go into the dark or something to fight something, who's going to have our back? Who hates them the most? Like you just said,
The Raven
the
Queen temple.
the Raven Queen followers.
But what if one of us die and they try to prevent?
What's that supposed to mean?
I didn't look at
It
you.
won't be heard.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're kind of no. You are right. That's a
They-
fair question.
I don't think they'll try to hey, no, don't do that, because it's not their affair. I mean, if it's on their temple grounds, by all means, interrupt resurrecting someone. But if it's not, it's free game. At least that's how I see it.
And I don't know how to. I don't have this ability, but do you think maybe one of their followers would possibly be able to locate this evil of undead?
I look at It's a Bet.
I'm sorry. You look at what?
It's a Bet. The necklace.
That thing has done nothing for us. It's not about to tell us, hey, they're in the sewer grounds below the city.
It glows when it's near.
We don't know where to start. You guys, we were told that you guys were the ones that told me that they're below the city, but below the city where? Where do we start? Besides gathering people who might be able to help us in this fight, but where would we start to go
You know,
down?
Might help us, Tor.
Real quick,
Who
Lunas,
is not apparently in town.
Yeah,
he's
Tor's
he's
not
off
here.
Yeah, he's
dealing
not
with
in town.
goblins.
No, the goblins.
I missed that part.
Yes.
You were talking about it too.
real quick, Lunas throws out there because he mentioned the king mentioned that he would also consider giving us his piece of the chain if the forests that were once enchanted by the lizard folk
folks.
became once again so they wouldn't need that piece of the chain if the lizard folks once again enchanted the forest. So maybe it might be, I don't know, it's up to you
A
guys.
combination of the two.
It might be easier to find a way to help the lizard folks get that power back than it would be to fight a horde of zombies that we don't know where exactly.
Agreed.
Well, how is that going to stop vampires from
It won't stop the
tunneling under
vampires,
city.
but they won't need that piece of the chain anymore.
'Cause the piece of the chain is protecting them, like much like an Aura road.
Like I said, I don't really care that much about.
I'm listening.
Iggy aside, I don't really care about the
listening.
town of Bindle so much.
Aw.
But so like the vampire issue is not our issue; it's their issue. So if we can get that the lizard folk
I mean,
a
since I
way
live here,
to
it's my issue.
yeah, it is your issue.
All right, so then
I'm saying if
so
we
then
can get the
need
lizard
to
folk
go-
a way to
well, those
protect
motherfuckers
themselves.
already owe us a fucking favor, so let's go back to their town then.
Well, again, I don't think they owe us a favor.
Again,
What the
it's,
fuck they
it's,
don't?
it's, hold on,
They saved
it's
their
not
water.
about owing us a favor. They lost a way to protect the forest. We would have to help them get that back anyway. It wasn't.
But
It
where
wouldn't
would
be
we
them.
look?
I'm saying maybe they know of like a place where we can get another gem. Maybe they have no idea. I'm gonna say
Could it be
it might
the
be
thing?
worth. It might be worth looking into.
The
I guess
thing?
it's sort of
It
on
could
the way
be one of the
to-
things.
I
Hey,
mean,
remember the
where would we rather?
part
Would
of
we
the
rather
book
look
when
for?
they
Yeah,
translated
rather
for
look
you?
for a gem or
Part
be
of it.
underground in a close quarters with a
Yeah,
bunch of undead
powerful enough,
fucks.
What do you think?
An unknown amount of undead fucks with just
Yes.
us.
What do you
And
mean?
Even
The
even if
Mountain,
if we
the
are
Druid
going to go see the
found a
lizard
power
folk,
source.
I do
Very
think we should
strong
still
one.
take the time
And
to go
from what
talk
we
to
did
the Raven Queen
illegally
people and
with
let them
you,
know.
you
Again,
what
What
like
that
the
shit is
live
about.
folk might not have any knowledge on how to get that power back. Maybe it's a dead end, but I'm just saying maybe it's if we're in the area, it might be worth looking into as an alternative to
It's a
zombie
spell,
or vampire
I
fighting.
I completely agree. You make a very good point.
We gotta read.
So I think we need to go back to we need to go shopping,
Yeah.
go to Iggy's house,
And read.
stop by the Raven Queen's place, and then we need to go to the fucking
And read.
lizard folk village.
When we're on our way to the Raven Queen Temple,
Corey, how do
can
you
you
feel about
hold
that?
my bag of holding? You don't have to
Sounds
go
good.
in the
Weren't
Temple
you
District.
you talked to
Yeah.
them
You
the
can hold
most
my
last
stuff.
Yes, I
time
can
we were
hold it.
there.
Iggy, do you think you
I
could-
don't think they.
I
lizard-
think you spoke with them the most when we were there last.
the lizard folk.
Yes.
Yeah,
both
they.
did.
I don't really think that they are gonna be. Even if they did feel indebted to us, they're like a very small like tribe of lizard folk.
Okay,
they're
that's-
not gonna be able to do much.
Well, that's
for
fine. He said that he said that they once enchanted the forest. Can we
They had a crystal.
possibly help
That's what I
them
was
enchant it
hearing.
again?
They had a crystal and it is gone.
Maybe they know where we could find a replacement crystal or something. I'm just like I said, maybe they have no idea, but maybe they do. Maybe it's worth a shot.
Iggy, do you think you could write to the Duke and ask him to have that map delivered?
They were
We might be-
destroyed.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he has more.
They're
The
working.
Duke.
The
They're
king said they're
working
working
on it.
on new ones. The Duke's a very busy man.
Very busy.
Very busy.
Well,
he has
maybe-
got
maybe you
studies
could
and
write to him and ask him to expedite this process.
And leave. I only got 3 sheets.
I think
so
the
do you
Duke knows
really
how
want
important this
an
is.
art?
A regular
2
letter.
sheets.
A regular letter.
yeah, 2.
Just a
I
regular
Use
letter.
one on Devin.
All right.
I know.
To be expedient, does everyone know what they have an idea of what they would want to buy if we're
Yeah.
if we're hitting this fucking district?
I don't think anything I can afford, but I'll go along anyway.
I could buy a couple.
Well, remember you don't have to use your certificate if you don't want to. But
And
we
you
also
also
have
have a heavy
the
discount.
king seal. We also have the king seal.
I'm good. I
Also,
don't really need it.
why do we all need to go shopping? We could just get a list. Of
All right.
one
Well,
of us.
I'm going shopping.
Hold on. Listen to me. Give the list to one of us, so only one of us has to use their seal.
This is the one time that we're gonna have the king seal.
Okay. Fuck anything
No,
else.
he said the whole time that we're doing this, he said whatever we needed. We can go use.
You can use the
Common
seal
district.
as much as you want.
You're not listening to what I'm trying to say. Instead of whenever we use our seals, instead of using our seals all at once,
He's saying that it's not a
I
limited
know.
use thing.
regardless of the king seal, the ones we have,
Sure, the king.
we don't have to use it.
Sure, the king's it's gonna be a bigger discount. Just being like, hey, bitch, we're here for the king.
With the king,
I'm
the
not
king and the
listening. Okay, I literally just explained myself. But okay.
I understand.
The king and the
what
guilds
you're
aren't
Usually it's
exactly-
not a discount. It's just I'm giving you access to it.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
the discount that you do have is from the arena.
I'm
I'm
also,
no longer banned.
I'm also not sure how the guilds really feel about the king.
I can
So-
ask. I'm
so-
a part of the
exactly.
guild.
So like his favor might not really mean anything to the guild members if they don't like him.
Take a wisdom check.
Me?
Yeah, yeah.
Just straight.
That's not good.
Not good.
She's a wise
You can
gal.
ask.
You can ask.
I mean, I was planning on asking anyway. So,
All right. Well, I'm going in there and I'm blowing my wad. So let's fuck it. Whoever's going shopping, go with me.
So wait. Do I have access to? Is there like a library in the Econ district?
you went there already.
Yeah.
No, he didn't go.
Oh.
There. You went there.
Oh, yeah.
But I have access to it now, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I don't really need anything. If I do, I don't need anything right now. But I'm taking this book, and I'm going to spend the rest of the day trying to read up on.
Didn't you want to buy a Pearl of Power?
I have one.
I'm the one who needs the Pearl of Power. After I
Can you
used
give
I
me-
used one. I used his in the last fight, but I need to buy one for
Wait.
myself.
I'm torn.
No.
Oh yeah. By the
you-
way,
You
great. I gave you
Captain
that back
Torn?
too. I borrowed your Pearl of
Each
Power,
one has
but
jokes
I gave
now.
it back to you.
But yes, I'm going to go to the library and spend the rest of the day, really, unless you guys come get me.
I'll get you because I need to
Yeah.
go there later. But I want to go to the econ district and be like, ha!
We're all going.
Remember
well,
me,
I'm
fools?
going with you to the econ district.
Remember me?
But yeah, I'm gonna read the book that the king gave me or let me borrow, and then I'm gonna try to do more research on either the forest or. But yeah, I'll just focus on the lizard folk in the forest. 'Cause
Are you going with us, or are you staying behind?
I'm going.
We're all going to the
Which book
econ?
did you get?
My dear, did you want to go with, or did you want
Did
to?
you say book? Which book I got?
Stay with
Unlocking
Brad.
Ancient Powers. Or Locking Ancient Powers.
I'll come with you guys.
Yeah, I rolled that nat 20, baby.
Unlocking ancient
Yes, the
power.
party slowly makes their way
Ironic.
towards.
Well, we're not walking. We get no. The king would have gave us a chariot to take
You
over
did
there,
not-
man.
you guys did not ask for a
come
chariot.
You
on.
think there's a flying carpet? Unreal.
Is that a Sonic ring?
What kind of bullshit king?
Gotta go. I gotta go fast.
Can we go fast?
So, that was just for my enjoyment. I'll move you guys there.
Chaos control.
You guys, oh god, no.
Too much fun.
You guys make your way over to the High Lodge district.
Econ.
Econ district, sorry.
God.
We're coming from the High Lot.
Yes. Entering into the Econ district, you quickly, Iggy, you are able to direct them to the magic shop. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
No, there's
Oh.
Okay. So. Okay. You know that the magic shop is run by two brothers, twin brothers, Glenn and Ben.
Glenn and
Just two brothers.
Sorry, I love that. I really do. I really do.
Tall, sort of lanky brothers. Usually both of them wearing this green vest with a dark brown undershirt underneath, button-up shirt underneath it, and they have this crazy red hair. But
So the Weasleys?
Out of game, I knew two twins in real life, Matt and Ben, surfer
The
bros.
Weasleys, yeah.
Great people. Great people.
I just bust into the magic shop.
Huzzah!
What's up, bitches?
you do not
Foaming
bust
at the
into
mouth.
shop. Quick, because you know that is an enchant. The doors are enchanted to keep you out.
I got excited. I
I
tried it.
know, but you like kind of like right. The front door is kind of like as you kind of like push into it, you feel as this force just
Wait,
you back out.
Can I?
so we see this, right?
You see this as she is just like pushed right back out.
Give me
Can I?
King Seal. I got the King Seal. Let me in.
It opens up for you.
It opens up when you knock.
Come.
It opens up when you knock. Does she come through with me?
No.
She does not.
She can't.
But it's apparently not.
Ben. Glenn.
What if pinky fingers are locked?
It does not seem to.
Ben. Glenn.
So you see.
Oh, she's just like an invisible force field's not letting her in.
Yes,
Yeah.
everyone is
Oh.
allowed in, but her as of right now.
Who might be in charge
you
of
see-
this
Ben,
fine establishment?
Ben.
Hello?
So you see, as the two brothers, this building is very tall. You see, it is not long, but very tall. As you can see, as from the outside, there seems to be about 4 floors to the insides of here. Inside, you can look as there seems to be a spiral staircase that leads around the perimeter of the interior. But you can see you can look up and see the roof, very similar to the Wizard's Tower, but this one does not extend beyond natural boundaries. Inside here, you can see as it is chaos, as various objects, just rods are kind of like floating in mid-air as things are kind of like dangling off of it. You can see as various little, it looks like birds are kind of like flying through.
Flew out of the hat.
I feel like you're literally walking into the invisible bear hinge.
Give me.
Yeah.
And just
Imagine-
it's not like
Give me.
you, but you're
Like
still
imagine like Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium as it's just chaos. There's various things that are
Beautiful.
happening. As you see, as this various purple and green
Who's with me? You're
colored
with me?
smokes
You're with me?
are coming
Everyone.
from various different
Oh,
cauldrons.
except Gray.
Gray, you didn't come with us, right?
No, I went to
You're
the
studying. Are you with us, Ithryl?
Yes, I'm with you.
Yes.
That was so in character too.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's just ask
You
you.
see, as, on different sections, this is these various cauldrons with these different liquids, this different color smokes are arising from them. You see, as the two brothers are inside, and they seem to be just very kind of like creepily over. This looks like a client that's trying to purchase something by the looks of it. As they are talking to him, you see as they seem to be talking in unison with one another.
I'm gonna hold out the king seal. Oh, boys!
You see as both of them at the same time just kind of like turn their head and look towards you. We'll be back as they kind of like walk away from this customer and make their way over here. So, royalty, we see you in our company. How can we help?
Let me in.
No.
I'm a
And
part
you
of this
see
group.
As, like, this magic hand
I
just-
implore you, we are on the business of the king. She is with us. Please allow her inside of the shop.
This is a lie.
I will hold it even closer to your face.
As you see, as they like, kind of like bring it closer, you can see as they're like bringing out these like
Yeah.
various
Magnifying
different
glasses.
magnifying glasses,
Excalibur.
just of different like size and color, and they're just no.
His background
no.
episode was so
it's
weird.
not an enchantment. It's not an enchantment. It's not.
I promise you will be under the watch of our association the entire time.
Oh, I won't make anything explode
We
this time.
understand
I'll
that.
behave.
She made it very clear that she does not have the best history with some folk, but she's trying to remedy
She blew
those
a customer up.
relationships. She wants to make right.
You see as they're like looking back and forth.
We are also here to spend coin. I hold my big fat fucking sack of coin up.
Big old
See as they kind of like
Big old
reach.
sack.
One of them kind of reaches into like this pocket on his chest and pulls out this key and walks over to the doorway as it's kind of like push into like this nothingness, and you hear as it opens up as well.
This is Iggy's face the entire
I feel like she like stumbles.
As you
Iggy
kinda, like,
runs
enter
in and
the-
starts pushing shelves over. Just
When you
mopping
bust into the
faces
CVS,
up.
start shoving
Oh,
shit to the
Ben.
side.
Glenn, before I can. Before I
Both
can
of them are looking at you.
yeah.
Which
Can
one's
you
your
tell
ex-boyfriend?
me where Devin is?
No,
Why not?
you don't give away client information like that, especially not to those who would wish danger on our clients.
I never said anything about danger.
He said a lot about it.
Oh, is he still salty about the fight?
Oh.
Nothing happened outside of the arena. Just all fun and games.
Wait, he's still alive? I thought that guy got turned into toast.
Insurance.
They all have insurance.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So, what would you be interested in purchasing from?
I hold up the sending paper. I want more of these.
Well, you're fine, sir.
Those, we have plenty of those.
As you can see, I like to wear fine clothes. But while wearing fine clothes, I cannot wear a large set of armor. But I'm looking for something that might be able to protect me magically.
Wait, it was the customer that they were talking to.
Huh? They saw the royal seal and just ignored him at that point. Y'all heard they were just like, we'll be back to that customer, and then just kind of like passed them.
So
You see,
you-
as the customers looks like to be like holding this look like purple bag, as they seem to like don't know what it is, as they're kind of like looking through it, and as they kind of like look into it, you see as they kind of like go into the bag.
What?
And then you see as they kind of like
Bag.
panic for
Is
a
that
bit
mine?
and like toss it off.
How much is that?
A bag of holding?
Well, you have one. We might need two.
Does Ithryl recognize his gold?
What? His gold is specific.
That's mine. There's blood stains on that gold. It belongs to me.
Ithryl marks off every gold coin with his symbol.
One of his enemies.
It says in
So,
Iggy's
are you
initials.
looking for armor
I
that
can't wear heavy armor. But I
you're
need
looking
something
for
that-
armor that is enchanted to look like clothes.
If that is a thing, yes. Otherwise, if you have, and I show like obviously I pull my shirt up and show like my regular leathers. Like I have these, but these don't do a lot.
Okay. So we do not have the exact equipment that you were looking for, but we can create it for you.
Fuck. This entire shop of magic doesn't have a pair of magic armor in it.
They have magic armor, but something specifically for what you're asking for. They have armor in it with various different things. But
No.
one of them that specifically makes it look like clothes.
Caw. Enchanted studded leather. They don't have that?
They
Good
can
for
do
you.
that as well. Yeah, I thought you. I thought what you were asking for is armor, but it looks like very fine.
No, I'm saying, do they have something better than what I have currently?
Yes, they have that. Yes.
How much?
80,000 gold.
All right, give me a second. I believe I sent you guys my shop prices.
I mean, I didn't like dive that deep into it.
That must
Two
have
gold.
that must have been many moon ago.
So 37 copper. Lovely.
I
I'll
see.
We'll
do
give it to
business-
you for a platinum.
Yeah. Which? Because we talked about this. You said this shop wouldn't have the animated shield.
No,
Yeah.
but
What are you guys looking for, just to get it out there? Just
I already
spit
said
it,
my thing.
Spit it out.
Are we allowed?
Yeah, just spit it out. So we need to get this done with.
Yeah, you don't want anything?
Yeah, we are. I am.
What do you want?
Well, he's looking for your.
I know. I'm just saying, so we all can just like talk about it. Like I'm just trying to get some enchanted stud leather.
I need another pearl of power.
Oh fuck, you're right. I need one of those too. What do you need? Here.
Elven chain. Shield.
I think that's what he just said. They don't have elven chain. They don't have shirts. They don't have like clothing, armor, which would be elven chain, I think. Right?
Elven chain's a specific magic item.
Oh, I thought that was like
Magic
what he was
paper.
talking about before.
Magic paper.
I believe, pearl of power does require attunement. Remember that.
Got a price on one of those?
300 gold.
Okay.
What's 200 gold?
300 gold for pearl of power.
How much
That's being
for-
done right now. I'm doing that one.
Okay, hold on.
Still looking for that armor?
Yeah, sorry.
Nah, that's my fault.
What is he looking for? Study level plus one.
Plus one studded, plus
I
two,
believe
plus
that
three.
For that
what-
would be
what-
1,500.
For what?
For a studded leather plus one.
What's plus two?
Oh, that price dropped where it was up.
What's that price? What's plus two?
Let me see. Holy crap! Why do I not have this bookmarked? Oh, it's in the Discord, I believe.
It is. I found it.
You found it? All right. So can you look up plus 2 armor?
Larry never looks at the
Studded what?
Studded leather, plus
But
two.
I remember I sent it to you guys through Discord. I know.
How long ago?
Yeah.
It's
Some
very long
riveting
ago.
content.
Right.
So I mean, if you said it was 1,300 or 1,000 for the plus one.
1,500 for
Plus one.
Plus one.
So how much could the plus two cost? Like honestly.
Roughly between 5,000 to 7,000, depending
Yeah.
on the DM. And then plus 3 is anywhere between 12k to 15k.
It doesn't just
So
double,
plus
it
one
doubles
armor.
and more.
Plus one armor adds 1,500 to the regular price of the.
So how much is plus two? Just plus two studded leather.
More
I
than
mean,
you
I
have.
can Google it.
No, it's not the same.
I'll get SR. No, SRD will pop up quick with that.
A plus 2 piece of armor will add
Okay,
6,000.
so
Yep.
Okay.
So I was right, 7,000.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I'll take the plus one studded leather.
yes.
I will
yes,
take-
1,000.
I will take a pearl of power
Okay,
and.
plus 1 armor. Let me look at
Do you
it.
have anything
Carlos,
Yeah.
ring of protection. Let's say that.
Do you have anything?
+1 weapon, +1 weapon, +1.
Ring of evasion is 5,000.
Yeah, +1 armor is 1,500.
I don't need evasion, brother. I got it.
Protection,
And then you
3,500.
said a ring of
Yeesh.
pearl power would be, so that's a total of
1,800?
1,800.
1800. I got that. I got you on that. Do you have anything? Is there anything, a dust, a powder that I can coat? I could coat my bolt tips in. If I this is desperate for, that would cause someone to hallucinate fucking drastically as soon as they're hit by it. If they failed their check. So basically acid, but acid arrows.
What spell would that be?
I don't know if it's a spell, but
It'll basically be a fantastic.
just basically someone to freak out. If they're hit by it and they fail it, they would freak out and just do something drastic.
Yeah, it's a phantasmal force spell, which is a level 2 spell.
Would there be a magic to coat arrow tips in that?
Yeah, give me a second. They'd have access to like a poison with that description, just how much it costs. Okay, so it would cost 100 per arrow.
I'll take 5, I guess 5 vials worth, 5 charges worth.
Yeah. So basically,
Or is it 5 bolts? Or is it an
basically-
arrow?
Yeah, but basically, it's an arrowhead that you would replace the arrow head
On the bolt?
the bolt, and then just attach this one, and then when it makes contact, it explodes with the powder. It spreads it.
So 1,800 plus 500, so 2,300.
Yes.
All you. It's you.
How much did you say
You're
this,
not
the
gonna
studded,
have
the
one?
+1 studded leather armor was 1,500, but what
Yeah.
about the discount?
Discount? What discount?
Actually, I guess. Wait.
Don't we get
Did
a
I feel like
Well,
this was
medals
the
from the
discounted
fight.
price?
You
medals?
didn't ask for any
Oh,
fucking
you're
discount.
arena
bro.
winners.
Yeah, we're Blue
You have a
Thunder.
you're a 10% discount.
Wait. Did I put the gold on the table
Yep,
yet?
you already did.
Have I taken my hand off of the gold?
Roll the percentage check. You got
Okay.
50% chance.
I don't want to
No,
take
you
up
just
too
wanna
much
get
time.
it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I just don't want to take up too much time. All right. No, 64.
So
Yep.
you gave up the money.
So that was 23. 300. You got it.
So yeah, what kind of percentage discount is that?
10% discount.
So making me do math, huh? If my math is right, it's 100 gold for that +1 studded leather armor.
It's not.
It's not right?
You got your math stuff.
2,300.
Skip
Can you
to the
calculate real fast?
because I mute him.
So that's 1,350
For what?
for the +1 leather armor.
1158.
I think
10%.
Minus
10% is 150
300.
or 1,500, so it's 1,350.
How much?
858.
Yeah,
Thank
1350
you.
for +1 with that discount.
Okay.
Okay. How much for
Studded
just one
leather
sheet
plus ones.
of these?
For one sheet of that page, that would be 50 gold coins.
50?
Yes.
Damn.
You money?
That's with the discount.
We have money.
That's
You
with
need
the
money?
discount? Hmm.
You need 50 gold?
No, I got 50 gold. I have my money on me when we went back to the house.
They had 10 sheets of paper on hand.
On hand? I'll take 5.
5?
Mm-hmm.
That's 250.
Yep. And a ring of protection?
A ring of protection. That's expensive. Ring of protection is 3,500.
Motherfucker, that's fine.
I'll take a pearl and a +1 shield. And 10% discount, please. Should be 1,800 in total, and then minus 10%. So 180. So
I mean, if anything, then I'll just probably
So that's 1,620.
Wait a second.
can you do better than that? Since I'm buying 2 at once, 2 items at once.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, wait.
Mother.
And I
Fucker.
am the Thunder of Blue Thunder.
Persuasion check.
I'm blue.
You stupid. Can I? Is there any way I can veto
You've
what
already
I
got
just
your
did?
10% discount of that. What's up?
Is there any way I can just veto what I just did and instead of the studded leather, just buy a ring of protection instead?
You could return it.
I'm gonna say no because you already spent the money and it's cheaper, I believe that
Give
way.
you 5 gold store credit.
Um,
GameStop price.
Actually, wait, you were trying to buy a ring of protection instead of the armor?
Yeah, I actually didn't realize I already had the armor.
I'm gonna say yes, but without the discount. We'll say
I
yes.
didn't have the discount to begin with.
I know. So it would be the 3,500 gold.
Hey,
So
Orys,
it went. So
you
instead of
have the thing from Tor?
what was the regular price of the armor?
that?
1,500.
Basically,
Yeah, plus you
Wasn't
got
that the thing to
1,500
get
for
us
that.
an item
Then you got
from
300 for the.
Yeah,
Econ
that's fine.
district,
So it was
no matter
1,500.
what
Well,
the
I'm just saying, what's the difference between the ring
yeah,
of
I think you're
protection
going
What did
and
you buy? You bought the.
Okay.
I bought
Like, you
bought
disputed
the
them
armor,
out
but
with
I didn't
everyone
mean
when you
to
got
buy the
back to
armor. I
Iggy's
meant
place?
to buy a ring of protection.
Yeah.
So it was 1,800
Like the money
total.
wise,
I think it was.
not the money,
So you
but
just
like the
bought
pass to
armor?
buy something. Okay.
Oh no, and you bought the
Pearl.
the bolts.
Yeah. That's fine. But
Wait, we got
I'm just saying, what's
I know,
the
I'm just trying to
difference
be-
between
yeah,
the
we-
armor
Oh, okay,
and
gotcha.
the
Did you
ring
miss
of
it? Did you
protection?
miss
First got back.
The armor and
2,000,
the ring of
isn't it?
protection.
I might need to.
1,500 and
later.
3,500 is what the prices
I
were,
might
right?
need to add that
So
later.
2,000.
I'll double check.
So you have to subtract 2 more thousand from it in exchange.
It's on the table. It's done.
All right.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
All
I
good.
totally did that shit
I'll buy
wrong.
the rest of the sheets since it's only going to be what 500 gold or 250.
Five-
Man's got money over there,
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
Dropping
Yeah.
serious gold.
I gambled a lot in
and
that fight.
Yeah, that fight. You guys got a lot of money on that fight.
and the things from Tor, that's for any item in the Econ district, right? Like free of charge.
The things from Tor are basically null and void because you got the thing from the king.
I thought those were thing from the king to get access. I thought the
Same
thing
with-
for the
same with
Econ
Tor.
district, was just to get an item from.
No, the thing from Tor is
Same
was
as the
to
king.
allow you
Okay.
to
Access,
purchase
yeah.
items. The
Gotcha.
thing from the king allows you to purchase items just permanent.
Whenever you want.
Yeah. The medals
Okay.
are the discount
Sweet.
for most places.
All right. We need to go to the Raven Queen Temple as soon as we're done here.
You could just head back to my place with my stuff.
So what do you guys have?
Did everybody get what they needed?
We need to go to the bookshop, pick up this guy.
Yeah, we do.
I mean,
Do you want me to
Do
go
you
there?
want to spend the rest of the day there, and we just grab you before nighttime?
yeah, I mean, I was just gonna spend until it closes there because I assumed you guys were gonna shop and just go home. That's what I kind of meant by saying
Yeah.
that I was gonna spend
Maybe some
all day there.
Okay.
So,
So you guys can come, but I'm gonna stay until
Yeah.
it gets dark.
That's what he had said before too.
Williams, like I said, let's just run over, warn the Raven Queen, see if we can get some allies there.
Do you want to go? Because it's through the Depit district.
Yeah, he's kind of scared of the depth.
No, it's just the Raven Queen
It's actually like
followers
right
don't
next
like
to
me
it.
too
It's
much
not that far.
as well. They're not the biggest fans of myself for
Who?
reasons I won't
don't
get
like
into.
you?
The Raven Queen hierarchy.
They don't know who you are.
They
You
know.
can ask for two.
They
I mean, we only met
Kinda
with
know.
Zenith.
well, that one in particular didn't like me. He didn't meet me before either.
Which one?
The one in Aura Road.
Zenith? Oh.
He did
Oh,
not
that's
like
right.
me either. Yeah.
All right, so are we
Or
going
no,
there?
I
or are we
didn't-
going
You guys
are we
can
going there or
go.
are we going to Iggy's
You guys can
house?
go.
We're
I'll-
going to
I'll
the,
just won't go.
the temple. I give you my bag of holding. Take Tune out.
Take the cover out for
Craig,
adventure.
While you are studying in the library, you hear.
Haha, he's patronizing you. You're patronizing.
How fucking disrespectful is that?
Uh-huh.
So am I like sitting down at a table like reading, or am I?
Someone's gonna die.
Wish I was there for that.
Just straight up.
And then you realize it's not coming from any sort of direction. It's coming from in your head. And you recognize this voice to be Ezekiel.
Who?
Ezekiel?
No, fuck that guy. We're done with him.
No,
He's
we're not.
kind of omnipresent.
Ezekiel?
I'm not gonna move or anything. I'm just continuing to look at my book and have this conversation in my head. Thought I was done with you, man.
I didn't like how we ended things. You
I
seemed
did.
a little stressed.
I enjoyed it. I'm more stressed now by you just popping up like this.
Right. Well, I have a little bit of information for you, if you would like it, to hopefully improve our relationship a little bit. I would advise you to avoid the south. You see, I've designated my domain further to the southern isles. I would also advise you avoid the north.
And the west.
My Kraken brother has decided to designate that as part of his domain. I would also advise you
Jesus.
avoid the east for that lovely dragon that you summoned or released might be a little bit dominating over there. And I'm sure you are aware of the vampires here in the west. You might want to avoid them. So. Friends?
Okay. No, we're not friends. Okay.
No, I said okay.
That was not what I meant.
Throw in some catnip.
No.
Wow.
Be gone.
The most racist. The most racist of aboleths.
There's no response.
Called you kitty. First off.
I mean,
Whoa. Whoa.
I was in the zone studying, and this boy really just.
You threw off your groove.
I try to go back into doing what I
So
was
you were studying the book on the ancient powers. Make an investigation check.
Investigation. 12 so far. But I like I said, I'm spending like the whole fucking day there.
So you've begun to go through the different chapters. You learn of just some of the older paladins and clerics who worshipped the deities when they were allowed to roam Theos, some of the gifts and abilities they were given. You eventually learn about a little bit more on the origin of the one, the Bendelian Empire refers to as the Dark One, who was slain and how he was created, and the effects that he had on the land. But with that investigation, the chapter goes with a lot of this into just general names of this person served this person, this one served that person. And it's a lot of just filler. And the time that you're working as of right now, up until this point, later you're gonna make another check, but up until now, you're just getting a lot of filler and more just histories concerning that, but nothing for what you are immediately looking for. You then eventually find about one thing that does pique your interest is the notion as to a forest to the southeast that holds an aura protecting it. But your next check will go further on this one. The rest of you,
Making our way downtown.
making your way to the Raven Queen's Temple.
Making this conversation as quick as possible.
So,
Except for me. I'm going
everyone's
home.
heading to the Depot District. Can you make, huh?
No, we're like, I mean, it's it's still like, it's not even evening yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bitch slap the fuck out of someone who runs up on us.
Okay. So, what do you do?
Can I make a
Buttersnatch.
Butter snatch?
The entire time we're in the Depot District.
Cool. Nothing. So,
Cool.
I just want to make a conscious effort to just watch for anyone following us, and I don't know, just
perception check?
something that seems off.
Okay. Make a perception check.
19.
So, you noticed, following you, when you left the magic shop and on your way towards the district, Depot District, you noticed someone wearing rather fine slightly better armor than the rest of the guards, has been tailing you guys from about a good 100 or 200 feet behind you.
Can I tell that that's one of the king's men?
You would imagine something like that to that extent. Again, they are wearing official Bendelian armor, but it is a lot better and more pristine than the rest of the guards' attire.
Okay, I mean, I just sort of like pointed out, like, just let you guys know we've got a tail.
I mean, yeah, you have one.
The kingsley kind.
Quit
one.
showing off. You got a tail. We all
have
know.
Tail.
I mean, I wish. That'd make work so much
And quite
easier.
literally, we both have tails.
Yes.
But there's a person.
Because mine
following
wraps
us.
around hers.
Huh?
It's like
And Iggy,
There's like a
It
weird,
is reaching about
like a
four-
weird.
by the way,
corny-
it is not morning.
Corny couple thing.
It is not noon. It's about 4, reaching 5 in the afternoon at this point, by the way. But-
when Hope says that there's someone tailing, Iggy literally whips her entire body around to like stare whoever's following us.
Okay. You see that there's this like moment of just like this awkwardness as this man just like looks and just like tries to pretend like he wasn't following you.
You're following us.
Here are the sour
Cuts
apples.
right.
I've been looking
No
hungry today.
response, just cuts right and keeps going.
All right, let's just bang on the doors of this temple.
Are we at the temple yet?
Yes. So reaching the Temple of the Raven Queen.
Orys, you don't agree with these people, right? You're a holy man.
Why would I not agree with him?
You revived me.
So
They don't like that too much.
they don't agree with me. Doesn't necessarily I don't agree with them.
Okay. Do you want to talk to them? You want me to talk to them?
I mean, I like them.
I just don't think we should spend. We should see if they have any interest. If not, we can just get.
I mean, I feel like we should just rip it off like a band-aid. Do you want to fight undead? I think they'll be okay with that.
Yeah. Anyone home?
So, reaching
Ka.
the Raven
Okay.
Queen Temple, it is this large black stone building with this purple roof. A couple of dead trees are running this courtyard, and you can very plainly see a large graveyard that extends deep into past what you can see until you can see it reaches the gates. Not the gates, but the walls surrounding Bendel. Immediately to the right of it, you see is one of those mausoleums have been constructed next to the temple as well. Around the temple, a series of Raven Queen clerics and either worshippers are out either praying or attending to others around. Or one does eventually approach you all. Hello.
Hello.
How can I help you?
Who's in charge for this temple? Like, which higher cleric? That's the right word.
That would be Nala. Nala.
Nala?
Yes.
Okay. Is she, they available to speak?
She should be in the temple. If I can take you to her.
That'd be great.
Following her, this temple ruler, she leads the group into the temple. Inside, you see there's about 12 pews, 6 on either side, and the familiar bird perches sporadically placed at the base of every window. The 2 statues at the end that you recognize from the previous Raven Queen temple, but you see she leads you to one of the statues, and you see as this older woman looks to be in her human female, looks to be maybe mid 70s, maybe early 80s, seems to be praying at the statue. Excuse me, Nala, but we have some visitors. You see she slowly gets up and see this kind of short down to her shoulders, white hair woman. You see as she's got these purple robes on. Just her fingernails are very, very rigid, not well made, kept at all. But turning to you all, hello, welcome. How can I help you?
Would you like to fight the undead?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
No, thank you.
No?
My profession is in guidance and things. of the sort?
Mm-hmm.
So there is what she means is that there's a threat to the city of a horde of vampires possibly attacking through the underground. We were here wondering if you could help, perhaps with a couple of clerics or paladins.
I have a few of our warriors who fight for the faith, who may be of aid to you. I can speak with them.
That'd be lovely. And not like, we weren't asking like you specifically, but you as a whole. You're, yeah.
Well, you said undead here. I can. I'm just imagining you're just going to info dump the situation. I would imagine such creatures would be against Queen's wishes, and I imagine they should be dealt with right away. So I can send 3 of our more sturdy temple worshippers to assist you in this journey if need.
We are traveling to we're talking about going to Lizard Folk Village, right?
That would help, yeah. Certainly help.
I think
When
we
can
ended up deciding taking care of the vampire stuff first. And
Either
then
or. We
he's
can
looking
meet
up the
them,
lizard stuff right
we
now.
can wait
Oh,
for
he's
them
looking
here,
it up
or-
right now. Okay, yeah.
You can come here to retrieve them when you are necessary or need them.
Could be in
I
the,
need to inform them.
could
Sure.
be as early as the morning.
When could we expect them?
Make a persuasion
We
check.
could use them as early as the morning. That's pretty good.
Can I ask, like, sort of like a meta question? Is the way that vampires are
19.
the way that vampires are created? It's pretty much they die for a little while and then they're raised, or is it immediate, or
Don't
I wouldn't know that.
No,
Okay,
no,
okay,
no.
okay.
Another life, another character.
I'm fine. So 19.
Other
19.
Yeah.
I can have them expedite any farewells they would have to give, but I can assure you they will be as fast as they can.
Would you want them to meet at my place?
She said we'd have to pick them up here at the temple in the morning if
That's
if that's the
You guys are
earliest.
leaving in the morning. Yeah, you leave here.
Okay.
They just have to go say goodbye to their families or whatnot.
Sure.
All right, we'll return in the morning. We appreciate your
This
service.
mission, this is for Bendel. We are not leaving.
Ah,
here.
yes.
The king symbol.
I'll hold it up.
Not what she do. She asked if she could pray for you all.
Sure.
Yeah.
So she kind of goes on.
I tell her it's too late for that.
Go. She eventually, approaching each of you, she eventually lays a hand on each of you and goes through the same prayer once over and over again. Please escort and guide you all. Don't leave to take each of you at your appropriate time, and should death reach you, that the queen embrace you in her arms.
Don't let them be revived.
That's a verse.
Like literally. All right, so we're out. We're dipping. We're gonna go to the house.
She wouldn't.
She cast a prevent from revival.
Prevent from resurrection. Anyways.
I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
the
so
Raven Queen even
we
wants
thank
me.
them for their time. We'll see them in the morning, and we dip.
Thank you, Nala.
Before we do, does anybody know? I'm gonna ask the party if anybody knows the workings of creating
Vampires?
vampires.
I don't fucking know.
Fight.
I know they're not
So-
alive nor dead.
Past that, I have no
so-
idea. I mean, I could.
Religion check? History check?
I think everyone knows that they're not quite alive, but they're also not quite dead. So
Orys and Ithryl.
I'm not
can
there.
make- Oh, you're not there?
Not
No,
there.
he went to Iggy's.
Sorry. Then Orys can make the check, yeah.
Only
make a
this
nature
man.
check,
Nature?
or the nature or religion check.
Let's see what I would have gotten.
Religion. 12.
Not that great.
12. You don't know much, unfortunately. You know, in most cases, there is a moment or a time period where they are dead before they are reanimated as their vampire form. How long that time takes, you do not know.
That.
oh yeah, we discussed this
I was just, since we were in the graveyard, I was just gonna sort of look around to see if there was
Undisturbed
A
area.
lack of
a lot of
graves.
disturbances or, you know.
Make an investigation check.
You said investigation? 17.
17. Yeah. So looking around, there seems to be no immediate, looks like tampering with the graves.
But there's also 2 different graveyards in the city, right?
Yeah, one on this side of the city and one near the Highlock district. But in this section, there seems to be no immediate tampering with the graves. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Alright.
Just wanted to see if there was an army being raised around here. You know.
Back to Iggy's.
I'm keeping a look. When we're going back to my place, I'm keeping an eye out for that guard that was tailing us.
Okay, make a percentage check.
Don't. 9.
You see him. He rolled very low.
He's wearing very heavy armor.
He rolled very low.
You.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Stay right there.
Make an intimidation check.
That squeaky armor. It's got that squeaky armor.
Right.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
14.
14.
Why are you following us?
Just doing my job.
Who sent you? And what's your name?
Well.
Noel.
Noel.
Speech manager.
Horrible job.
She's right. And also,
Wait,
You
I
wanna-
thought she was the only one who saw this.
do you want to just
She
join
said-
us
she mentioned
now that
it.
we know that you're here?
I'm sorry?
Do you want to just join us now that you know that we're here? Or
Want to come to dinner?
we know that you're here?
No, thank you. That would be necessary.
We could
My
use your help
cooking doesn't
tomorrow.
explode.
We could
Your
use your help
stomach will.
tomorrow.
The shift ends when the sun goes down.
What is that supposed to mean when the sun goes down?
I work for sun up to sundown.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, you don't work when the sun, when the moonlight
The
is
sun
out.
goes down
So
here.
then someone else
Not for me.
possibly?
Did Tobar
So
send
Gabriel-
Very
Vampire.
suspicious.
So who does your sketch?
you? So did Tobar send you?
No.
Then who did?
I'm not at liberty to say.
You got the king seal.
I am not at liberty to say.
Why not?
I am not at liberty to say.
Will you lose your job?
Is he wearing?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Yeah, we said
Have
it
you
was-
also have you
it's
also
very
seen
fancy stuff.
have you also
Yeah,
seen
no, but is
the
he, like,
the prince
part of
running
the
around
guild
naked
or
too?
part of
Unfortunately,
What's that about?
he feels freer.
I
He
mean,
feels freer.
About clothes.
All right. Well,
Don't
you're
we all?
you're actually taking our time. I'm sorry. I have to. We're going back
again,
to the house.
We're
I'm
busy,
still.
all right? Stop bothering us.
If you want to come by for dinner, you're more than welcome to, since you are still following us until sundown, which is about how long from now, since I would actually know that?
About an hour.
Yeah.
Gonna take about an hour to get home.
Never met a never met a lycanthrope guard before.
But
Noel.
things about that, no. He asked that you do not tell anyone that you caught him.
No promises.
Not very good.
Just literally sitting there like, oh, you don't want us to tell, huh? No
Time
tell.
Get
Put the money
more
in the hand.
stand guards on us so that we really can't
Uh,
tell them.
Yes. I want to feel
Ithryl.
protected.
Yeah.
You are greeted. I love these voices in the heads. With for the same as this morning. I am sorry. I hope your time, day was going fine. Question. Do you have something? Did Nexidor give you something you shouldn't have?
Did next one give me something you shouldn't have?
Apparently, our lovely new wizard is demanding a few things that Nexidor was supposed to have left behind for him.
Oh, so the wizard's arrived then.
Yes. And he's not happy, and he's wondering why he can't find you.
Can't find me or
He
it?
can't find any of you all who were here.
Oh, well, I mean, we left town. That's why he can't find us. As to what he's looking for, I didn't. In fact, the only thing I took from Orys is this stone you gave me, sending stone. I don't think I. have anything else from that town.
He's
No,
checking
actually,
his pockets like,
dagger, 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 dagger.
Nope,
No, sorry.
I don't know what he could be referring to.
Yeah, no. What exactly is missing? Did he say?
A couple of his favorite magic artifacts have gone missing.
Magic artifact.
Name five.
Magic, what?
Name
You believe Nexador may have been careless with them.
So, any idea what they look like?
Of course, he would go to the one rogue he knows. It's a little racist.
Also, because I'm the only one that had the sending
Yeah.
stone, so that's probably
Classic
why.
guy.
This is a Marxist.
No, maybe like I said, the only thing I have from that town is the stone you gave me.
Well, I'll let him know.
Like I said, anything I should be looking on the lookout for? What they look like, or?
You see, it's just like a hold for a couple of moments. One of the magic carpet.
No, that would be quite useful to have, but no, I don't. I don't have a magic
Destroyed.
carpet.
Yeah.
No. He said don't worry about it. He'll look for him.
Okay.
The magic carpet died.
Yeah, it did. It died. Also, I don't know, did you bring it with you?
I did, but
It just
We,
disappeared,
yeah. A free carpet. No natural predators. He's just in the wild.
oh no.
All right,
You're gonna multiply like crazy.
back to Iggy's house. We're at Iggy's house.
They walk in with me trading tune once again with a dagger on their nose.
Get out of the hell of the chat.
These are the only two that get to.
There's my nat 20 for the day.
Yes.
That's
My
it.
nat 20 for the
So
day.
over the hours while you were waiting,
Oh, yeah, 'cause they're just
eventually he
lost.
did pick up the trick
Oh,
and managed to hold balance the dagger on his snout.
Perfectly
Now you
balanced,
can do
as all
shopping.
things should be.
You will die. Great.
far
While
away,
you were
Gray
searching,
smiles.
make another investigation check.
Nat 20, baby. Fuck.
I only made 2 rolls from being there with all day. 9.
9.
Natural 20 and a 9.
Yeah. Right.
Suck.
Fortunately, you do not find anything in the time that you deem would be just relevant. You eventually find just legends of just different artifacts that were given to various chosen ones. What the context of that one you do not understand, but they were just lost throughout history. But nothing again, just relevant to what you were searching for.
Oh, okay. Can I write down the name of that book that I found that information in, like in my journal, so I can refer back to it?
Oh,
later?
shit.
Ancient Magics.
What?
I believe it was Ancient Magics.
I have a kind of meta question, not really. When I got the sending stone, I remember asking him how it worked.
3 times a day. He's already used to.
I know I'm saying like how in terms of like you had to like activate it so you can send your thoughts, like sort of like
Yeah, it's activated. It's unlike the regular sending spell. It works only with whoever holds the other rock.
right.
And
But like I have to like activate. I guess it's pretty much
it
just
is
like
rather than a word limit, it is a duration. You have 5 minutes.
and like I can just be like I have to think about activating and that's all it activates, right? Like it's not like they can always hear me or my thoughts or anything, right? They cannot do that. Okay, cool.
Alright, I guess if that's all I can do in my time there before I have to leave the library before it closes, or can I stay there longer? Like in the
Yes,
night?
it is open 24/7.
Nerd.
Okay, I'm gonna spend one more roll.
Cycle.
Yeah.
The rest of you, what are you doing at Iggy's home?
We're collecting ourselves, but we're waiting for the whole group to be together.
Walk and talk.
We're not talking.
Walk and talk. Okay.
No, we're talking, but
You're
like,
gonna do a long rest.
we're talking, but
Fixing
like,
them?
we're waiting for the whole
Yeah.
group to be together to make a
8 hours.
decision.
Well, it's gonna be.
I'm not gonna like lose
We
any
don't know
sleep,
that.
correct?
Yep.
He told us he would meet us back at the house.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You just want to wait.
I'm not saying wait, but like, I don't want to sit here and try to decipher what we're gonna do without a member of the party who might have a different idea or more
You'll be there
insight
for
into
about 4
something
more
else.
hours, okay?
Okay. What time is it?
It is around 9 right now.
Okay.
And how long does it take for you to get back from Econ to Iggy?
I don't know. I'll run it. Oh, you know what? How fast can I fly?
Oh my god, guys!
It takes you. Oh god, I can't see the number.
I think it said 49.
That's how many minutes it would take you to get back.
Okay, well, it's also
Yeah,
going to
more
be
than
late,
49.
and I'll be able.
So it takes you
60.
an hour to get from the econ district.
What if I wild shape into like a hawk and just fly?
A faster animal.
It's the fly speed.
Okay.
It's
What's
probably
the fly
faster
speed?
than your
I have
walk
to look
speed,
it up.
though, right?
I believe
But
so.
with that, it's a straight line, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so it's so much faster, right?
Yeah, slightly.
As the crow flies, as they say?
That should be much faster.
Don't need your lies. What's the fly speed?
I'm looking it up.
It's probably 60 feet.
60 feet. Yes.
Goddamn
60
math.
feet?
So it's
Okay.
double my.
So it
And
would
it's a
cut
straight
time in
line.
half.
Okay.
So
cool.
rather than 52 minutes, it would be whatever half of 52 is.
26.
Yeah, so that's fine. When I finish this next cycle, I'll
Big
when I
brain
go
math.
outside, I'll
Yeah,
like,
anyone
try
doing
to-
anything in the meantime before he gets up?
I'm reading the history of Bendel.
History of Bendel. Okay. Anything specific you're looking for?
Kylo.
Just from the start.
From the start.
in the beginning.
Yeah,
In the beginning.
Well, no, I guess
The
I'll.
city
I
was
thought it was
reportedly
just
regarded as a bad
about
thing.
the conflict. I'll skip to the conflict.
The conflict 700 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. With the events that happened with the Dark One.
The Dark One? I'm sorry?
The Dark One. Which dominated
Dark
the
One.
center of Fios. Bendel itself was under an issue of chaos due to the manipulation of both the higher ups in the guild and how they affected the way things worked in the kingdom and how they influenced the Bendel's allies. As a result, alliances with Maricor and the other ones were shaken due to that betrayal, and the guild was temporarily disbanded for about 60 years before it was reformed under different leadership and different rules. In the conflict, the entire exterior and a vast majority of the city itself was burnt and destroyed and demolished. But fortunately, a few of the stronger warriors were able to fight off those remaining who were followers of the Dark One. And
Does it list any names?
Huh?
Does it list any names?
the Dark One,
No. Does it list any of those strong warriors' names?
it's a group referred to as the Natty Ones.
We're famous.
But
Hmm.
following that, a few of them stayed behind to help sort of rebuild, while others kind of dispersed around Fios.
Does it mention anything else that these people did?
Bjorn created the Bjorn Arena. After leaving the Bjorn Arena, he traveled further east to Ebery, where he created the Beak Brothel.
Oh God.
The what?
The Beak Brothel.
Jeez, you were such a beta.
Oh.
I was getting lazy.
Follow in Beak though. Always in Beak shadow.
There's history of a eventual battle between the Natty Ones and an Archfey. History does not know the results of this battle.
What happened?
The
History
Archfey.
does not know the
Oh,
results
history doesn't
of
know?
battle.
Oh, well, I thought I was a betting man.
If I was a gambling man.
So, additionally, Hope, not
You
Hope,
mean Buffy?
sorry.
Buffy.
Buffy traveled north and eventually spread what was once the small religion of Hathor began to spread, and temples began to sprout up, one of them being in Bendel. But she rather than going for glory, she began to just settle down and enjoy her family. Huh?
Brothers.
Her brother and parents. History
She's
does not
celibate.
history does not indicate whether or not she married.
I'm a direct descendant.
The famous hunter Kylo Renaissance Man
Hey.
traveled to the Dorwithian Empire, married and had children,
Oh, boring.
and opened up a hunting school.
Oh my god, I'm gonna send it.
That
Weeks.
that still exists today.
I am Kylo's great. There's a possibility the bloodline lives.
So wait, dude. So
Nothing speaks of.
out of all of that, what you just said, was his character mentioned? Is that character mentioned as a traitor? As like a traitor?
It's,
You were there.
You're not there.
Nah, I'm just
there's
asking.
only history of Beak, Bjorn, Buffy,
And
Kylo.
Kylo.
These people sound awesome.
As long as it said that he had a glorious death.
Bloodline.
It mentions nothing of his death, just of his brothel.
Yeah, just. I mean, if that brothel's anything like his death, then you know
it
it's.
is.
Oh, I
Slamming.
thought you built
The
the
second
brothel
to
named
last-
after
That's what he
you.
said. He did. He did it in.
Then what did you do?
Beak's
Sorry,
honor.
Bjorn.
In Beak's honor.
Built the brothel.
Well, what happened to you? I don't remember hearing
I
about
got 2
it.
meteors dropped in my head. That's
Yeah,
what
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Sorry, you talking
I
about.
had 2 level
It's
9
for the world,
spells.
Iggy.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. But yeah, there is the annual Beak Day. Near the second to the last day of the year is Beak Day in the Vendelian Empire.
So what
Goes to the
happens?
whorehouse.
Let your loins be free.
Debauchery. It's the most hedonistic time. of year.
Yeah, Iggy still can't get laid.
I'll take you to the brothel. Don't worry.
So that is the history of what happened during the Vendelian Empire during that time, and what happened with the heroes of time as they were.
Hey.
Has everyone shown up at the house yet? Or
Huh?
at the house together?
He needs to make his. What did you make your last check or not?
No, not yet.
Your third check. Okay, make your last check.
We're gonna waste the entire day at the library learning not a goddamn thing.
Fuck me.
Beautiful.
You did the same.
Natural one.
You did the same thing in the last time you were in the
With
library.
all of the
The last
stress,
time you were in the library, you did the same thing. You like 6
with
rolls.
all of the
Also,
stress and
You need some
frustration,
Adderall
and
to
including
fucking focus at the library.
including the frustration of the events with Ezekiel, you just can't. Yeah, right now, and with it
Cool.
getting so late and it being
ADD
such a
cat
hectic
over
day,
here.
you just can't focus on what you're reading at this point.
All right, on my way out, is there a librarian or somebody that's
Yes,
like at the
this
front?
the library open to the guild members is underground, as you can remember. There's a large stairway that leads up, but down here there are
Some
a series
spoopy
of
music?
librarians.
Some music you can spook to?
I want to approach one of them that's just walking around and ask, like, if there's somebody who's in charge at the library, or if there's like a head librarian or something.
Manager, I can't concentrate
All
here.
right, Karen.
That would be Lefera.
Who?
Lefera?
Susan or Karen? Which one's worse?
Karen.
Is she here right now?
She is not. Do you have a message for her?
No. Is she gonna be here tomorrow? I'll come see her in person.
Maybe. She's aiding the king.
She is who?
Aiding the king.
As am I.
Wow.
Able to
Fucking
speak with
Karen
her?
over here, literally.
Welcome.
Fucking
Um,
club.
I'll come back
to the
tomorrow.
club.
Bye. I just leave.
No, I am.
Bitch, please.
Alright, I'm leaving. I'll come talk to her later.
There's ever been a cat that goes.
Are we still like awake? Like, I'm guessing we're all
We are waiting up.
Everyone's
We are
awake,
literally
waiting.
waiting up for him.
For him.
Okay.
Yeah, so also when I go outside,
No, I'm saying we're literally
gonna
waiting for
try
him.
to find like a secluded spot to change into a hawk before I fly back. I'm not
Stealth
gonna-
check?
Hey, Hope. I know I didn't ask this before when we were all staying here,
18.
but would you be able to cast alarm?
Yeah, sure.
That'd be great.
Are you concerned for something?
Devin.
Noel.
Hmm?
Noel.
Who is that?
Fuck's that?
You think he really had
Noel.
intentions?
The guard. that I intimidated.
Oh, didn't even know his name. I forgot
I'm
his
sorry,
name.
you intimidated a guard?
Yeah,
Like that.
he stayed put.
I mean, he didn't seem that pretty.
And possibly
really.
Devin.
I
Okay.
I give you back your.
I will escort my lady if we're going to go. If she's going to do some magic, I'll make sure no one is peeping in from distances. I guess.
No
I'll
peeping.
keep
No
my eyes
peeping,
open.
yeah.
No peeping.
I'll keep my eyes open.
0 people.
Oh, and Orys,
Yeah.
you could sleep outside in a tent
Why?
for using hold person on me.
Ooh.
If you want.
Yeah.
That's what you in the
Then-
doghouse.
Yeah, and the dick just got put on the table.
God, how do you carry that thing around without slashing around all day?
Sure thing.
I give you your bag of holding back, by the way.
thank you.
Didn't even
Before
take
you,
anything.
before you put them in the doghouse, we still need to have a conversation with once Greg gets back.
No, that's true. But before bed.
What is that? Speak of the hawk devil.
Is there an open window in Iggy's house?
No. No.
I see a random burp. Watch it. I throw it
you just hear
One hit point, right back to a cat, right back to a cat. Just right into the building.
Honestly,
I have 1 hit point.
for the best.
all you can hear just.
Just a bunch of feathers. It's just a bunch of feathers.
Honestly, I would have thrown a dagger at you if you came through the window unannounced.
Fists are up because I just heard a loud bang. Like,
You hear I'm gonna go with that. I'm just. You hear a loud bang,
Yeah,
and then
I see.
I immediately change back into my normal shape and still open
yeah,
the
you
window
do.
and climb in. I don't
You
go
see-
around to the
you
front
see,
door.
as you open the window, bits and pieces of it just as it cracks. As she
He's just holding a rib, kind of like.
Jesus.
I just stick out my hand for the repair.
You went with it, dude. I was joking at first, but you went with it.
Sure. I'm gold.
All right. Now that the alarm is
calm.
set, we're all here. We need to talk. I was hoping that we could possibly make some headway to wherever we might be going, but
No, we need sleep tonight, but yeah, we have to talk.
we are going to sleep. That's fine. But are we going to Are we going north, or are we going to try to find out something about this place underground, which you guys were talking about?
In my opinion, I need more time to look into anything doing with the forest.
Well, I'll have you know the Raven Queen said that she would, or the Raven Queen's
Hi, Claire.
temple said that they would loan us
3.
3 bodies.
Okay.
You get a look at these people?
No,
But
they just
even-
said that they would be there in the morning to pick them up.
Even 3 more people don't really help us if we have no idea where we're necessarily going or where we should start on either end.
Especially if we're also against an entire army of vampires.
Yeah.
Almost saying zombies. Jeez.
So, the
So if we
question
just
still
have-
remains.
Yeah.
Do we go to the 2 places in the north, the Lizard Folk Village, that's on the way to the place, to the town that's north of there, that's in between here and the swamp, which we saw on the map that the king showed us, or do we attempt to go under the city? I don't even know how the fuck we would do that, or where we would even start to go under the city.
We've been in
The sewers, I guess.
No. Different city, different town. We haven't been under this city. We don't
Yes,
know.
we have.
Yeah, that's where
Yes,
we got in
we
the
have.
fight with the
That's a
sewers.
sewer. That's
It's
That's
un-
not
that's
under the
underground.
city.
That's what the
I
underground
thought
is.
you guys literally meant like way below.
Mm.
Anyway. Anyways,
Just below the ground.
We don't have to make this decision and set off right in the morning. We can spend some more time trying to
We've,
figure
How-
something out.
but
Wait,
to
how
be
far
honest, and
is-
I'm not trying to be a dick, but we've been fucking vacationing for like 4 days now. We've been taking it easy, which is nice. We all need a little break, but
Yeah, but if we set off with zero
Blind?
information, we're gonna waste more time than we're gonna
no.
actually.
And
make
you
it.
are 100%
Possibly
right.
die.
And I'm
Also
glad you're. I'm glad you're back. No, but I'm
Also-
glad you're back because big question. How do we kill the undead?
Light.
Fire.
It the,
A bunch of
you
ways.
can't have has to be with a
Have you
magical
killed
weapon.
someone that's
This
already
is
dead?
Again, this is why we're not running in. I don't think we should run into
Okay, but quick
doing
question.
anything.
How far away is the lizard Lizardfolk village?
It's not.
We've
it's
been
like
there.
A day,
Only
it's
a
a
couple
day's
days.
travel. It's only a day's travel.
Only a day?
It's like there's a forest, but I think
that
there
accurate?
I think there is a
3-day
trail
travel?
that leads
Two
there.
and a half.
2.5 day travel.
2.5 days.
What I'm saying.
We already made that
What
trip.
I'm saying
I know,
though
yeah.
is that moving without having a concise plan on if we're going underground or trying to go to the forest. If we go to the forest and then the vampires pop up, we're 3 days away and all hell will break loose. But if we stay here and spend more time researching or looking into things and make an informed decision and the vampires pop up, then we're good. The forest is going to stay the way it is either way.
I mean, we can always, if Tovar is like out of town dealing with the goblins, like a little ways into the forest, maybe we can, or I can send him a message asking to see if he can get some information from the lizard folk about what was broken, and maybe he can relay that back to us while we're still here.
Well, we know what was broken. I just need.
Or like the info, like how it was broken, who did it, and where we can get a replacement.
Well, yeah, I need more of that.
I mean, we have someone, we technically have someone on the outside right now that I can get in contact with, and he could get the paper.
Okay, but we are talking about a very particular
I'm not-
undead creature, right?
Well,
there's two
we have
items.
two different things.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's the only holy one here. Do you know how to kill something that is
You said-
undead?
You kill it.
Yes.
I could have made that check if I was there. Would I make a check now about some of my vampires since I am here?
Are you talking about vampires? Is that what you're
Maybe,
saying? Is that
religion.
We fought them.
That's what I
Religion
just said.
or
Okay, I
nature?
literally said I led the conversation with
Religion or nature?
vampire.
We fought them before.
No.
We
I
did.
think that
Did
water
we kill
level
it?
hindered
We know
you.
that it's.
Yeah,
we know that it
Definitely did.
turned.
Fuck you,
We know that it and that was it. But is that killing it? That's what I'm asking. I'm just making. I'm trying to
Yes.
cross all the I's or dot all the I's and cross all the T's.
I don't know how it could come back from that.
What's a T?
Also, another
Letter.
question that could be answered by spending more time gathering information. Like making a rash decision right now makes no sense.
I can get into the guild library. We can go back there in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to meet with the.
What I'm concerned about is I know we can kill their spawn, but how? I don't know that there's a way of killing
Elder?
Vampire Lord.
the big guys. Yeah.
And Manil's.
Do we need to start buying things that might hurt them more? Is there some? Yeah. Is there something that
Again,
like
Like we
Nobody
Who
knows.
knows?
I know for a
So-
fact that it has to be some kind of magical weapon to at least do damage to these things. Like if a non-magical weapon is not gonna do shit.
in my case, I actually have that pretty covered.
Okay, just making sure.
And I believe my
And
lady here has everything
Well,
that is
how-
arcane
How about
in
this?
nature.
You guys already spoke to the Raven Queen people.
They
Go
will
back
give
to
us.
them.
They will
Go-
give us 3.
Yeah. Go back to them and ask them these questions, see if they know any of that. And then in the morning, me and Iggy will go back to the library. I'll speak with the head librarian. I have a few
I got
questions
guild
to ask
access.
her.
That's why.
You're right. We totally fucked that up. We should have asked that when we were there.
No, but we need
Such a-
we need to like get more information because like I said, if we jump on something,
Yeah.
we're gonna get screwed and
Or I'll
either
die
get-
again.
Yeah, or we could all die. We could all
Yeah.
we have one more, another question. Not really too much related to this, but while you guys were gone, the mayor once again spoke to me, asked me. First of all, he asked if we took any artifacts of theirs, which I was actually honest. I didn't actually take
I
anything
was
from
promised
the,
something.
Yeah.
I left gold
Yeah,
there.
no, I was kind of
paid for
disappointed,
it.
but I'm like, yeah, I
I
didn't
don't
take
have
anything.
shit.
But I was gonna ask you guys.
Did he mention any?
No, a carpet, I think you said.
I'm going through my stuff because I honestly.
Yeah.
can't
I
remember
don't
if
think we
did.
took anything from that city.
But also,
It wouldn't
question
happen to be
is,
rolled
No.
up in my bag, would it?
Might be.
I thought you said
I'll
it poofed away.
Check my bag, I guess.
It poofs though.
yeah, the
I thought you said it poofed away.
It poofed away.
Well, it was
No,
under
it's
here.
disappeared.
Oh, I thought we're talking about something else here. Something.
No, the magic carpet that I took,
No,
that I
it's
rode
not
out of
in
the
there.
tower. No.
Something else.
I left the book and the rope there.
No, didn't you take the
Paper.
thing?
Huh?
Paper.
What is it, paper? I mean, there was a. Oh!
Care to explain?
You got you got something for our knowledge because we can't think of anything.
Share with the class.
Didn't you take that?
No.
Can I
You put it back after
look
shaking
at it again? Do I
Pretty
see
sure you
anything
walked away
different?
with it.
There is that.
What have you?
I'm very sure you walked away with
You
it.
figure it out.
What have you
No,
got
so-
hidden away over there, bud?
No, because I
forget.
Yeah.
I figured you forgot about it.
What is it?
I was just like, oh gosh.
Well, I wasn't lying when I said I didn't know anything about it.
Pull out a
Because you
piece
were
of
pretty
paper.
mortified when you said that. I'm taking this.
I pull out a piece of paper.
Probably confirm this.
I found this rolled up
I don't remember.
inside of the horn.
In the horn?
Huh? Iggy wasn't paying
Yes.
attention.
I found this piece of paper rolled up inside of the horn.
What
it's
is
a
it?
letter from. What's this fucking thing?
Should I put it in the Discord, or do you want to put it in the Discord?
Nexador. He said that there's a couple of hidden items inside of the letter, but as far as I can tell, it's just a letter.
Can I see?
Yeah, also let me look.
We're both looking.
Okay, well, on this subject, you guys heard the king say that a lot of members of the noble family are pushing for the king to take control of the mountain passage to the north, which means kind of fucking over Ora Road. Do we
Well,
tell the mayor that?
Yes.
But that doesn't
Yeah.
mean that, we should tell him that, but I think it means he can trust the king, because the king doesn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
necessarily.
But the king said he's considering doing it to appease the nobles.
But the
Yeah,
king
'cause he's
also,
an outsider.
The king also seemed like he knew that it would not be the best thing.
And there's also a chance that the king told us that to see if we would leak the information.
All right.
So much political intrigue.
So much political
Yeah,
intrigue.
because we all fuck,
Butter
we all
snatch.
hate. We don't want to be in the middle of all of this bullshit.
Bandersnatch.
Ooh,
Um,
what if?
Can,
hold
no,
on.
Program and
before
control
anyone,
man.
Before anyone starts talking,
Guys,
Okay, sorry.
do you want to tell me how there is magically a horn inside of your fucking hammer now
Guys.
that is from the thing?
shh. I'm gonna start walking all around my room or around like the living room, see if it like kind of like beeps off like closer, farther.
Do that.
Doesn't do that, no?
Do that. Sorry.
Yeah, but if she
Well,
We need to
but
stop.
if she set the alarm, it
No.
would tell her that someone's
No.
inside that's not supposed to be inside. Yes,
She's
it
not
would.
talking about that.
You guys, we need to stop talking.
You wouldn't do fucking write shit down?
No. Is it still like going like there's a present? Okay. I wait 10 minutes. Is it still there?
About 5 minutes goes away.
What goes away? What's going on?
What's
While
wrong?
that's happening, I'm copying the letter that Nexador left in the horn, word by word, in my journal.
What was that all about? What are we saying?
I had this thing casting detection good and evil, and it sent someone outside.
Somebody evil or good?
Just sent something, a presence.
All right.
And by the way, the alarm is a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, but that would have been around the house.
Mine's
Somebody
30
would've
feet.
The
tripped
house
that,
is
right?
bigger than 20 feet. But
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
And
Maybe
she's supposed
before
to-
we move on, do you want to fill us in on why there is a giant magical thing inside of your magical weapon now?
Okay. I put it in the Discord for everyone who's.
Okay.
the
Well,
letter.
it's part of the one of the 6 pieces of the chain. My hammer is supposed to channel those pieces to.
You could stop
to
crying now.
defeat this thing.
Okay, calm down. Rub the bad ice. Stop crying. I'm dead, but all right, quit crying. You just found out.
I'm just a
What-
little
what's your
confused.
question?
You took a physical object and another physical
I never said I
object.
did that.
How the fuck is that inside of that?
I'd say it was God, but you wouldn't believe me.
You're the fucking TA, bud, not me. Unbelievable.
Do we know that he had the fucking horn in the first place?
Yep.
Did you tell him? Yeah. So if he told you, then yeah, you know he had the horn.
Next over here to me.
Doesn't charge
Why did he give it? Nexador died. When would he have given you the horn?
Before
exploded away. He literally came up and like, here you go.
You guys were
I
all
remember none of that.
Yeah, you guys
We
were
were
all
all
there.
there.
When
None
he
of
gave
that.
it to
We
him.
were there.
You guys
Seconds
were all
before
there
he-
when he did that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's when he came to say goodbye, he was just like, he handed it out, Orys took it.
And it just magically is formed inside of your weapon now.
Better not lose that weapon, bud.
It's up to him, it's up to
So if I give you the hand of a dead person, is it gonna magically form into your hammer too?
I don't think so.
Is no one else in this group fucking freaked out by that?
Why are you hung up on this? It is.
We've seen some pretty weird shit, buddy.
All right,
The fact that you
whatever,
didn't even-
whatever.
The fact that you
No,
didn't
no,
even
no,
notice,
no,
it
no.
was-
I'm done.
We
It's
saw a
fine.
dragon already.
I'll walk outside and smoke a cigarette.
Hey, the
fact
names
that
of
you
I'm
even
walking outside and
noticed
smoking
Since we're
a cigarette.
looking
there
over
was
the
an
letter
addition
together,
to
do
the
these
hammer
names
means
mean
that
anything
it
to you?
belongs there, and it looks like it belongs
Nope,
too.
it's because the DM pointed it out. I'm going outside and smoking a cigarette.
Okay, so letter.
I'm done with that conversation.
Iggy read over it. The
And
names
while-
at the bottom.
And while I'm copying it, I'm gonna do mad history checks.
Yeah.
Cool. Don't know any of them.
I
No,
don't
no.
know any of the names at the bottom or anything.
Nah. No?
I'm gonna look outside.
I bust my wand out, and I'm gonna detect magic on the letter. The wand.
Okay. It is very magical. It has some type of two things. It has two spells on it, two enchantments. One which is an illusory thing on it, and one which is a sort of teleportation magic.
Oh.
That's cool.
Do I notice? Do I see anything while outside too? By the way.
You do not.
All right, cool.
What's the thing to do? Invisible ink again? Make it appear. Lemon water and candlelight? Or no one answer me at all?
Yeah, no.
Still looking
I
at
barely heard what you said.
Yeah, I'm
we're all
not
reading.
there, so.
Invisible ink.
Everyone's reading right now, basically.
Nope. But I'm not inside. Sorry.
Tune, how do you make invisible ink appear?
Can I hold it
Lemon
up
water
to,
and
like,
fire?
He licks the paper.
Can I?
Thank you.
Limited
Can I
Dagger's
hold it
still
up
on his
to,
nose.
like, a,
Roof?
I want to hold it up to like a candle to see if there's like anything coming through the letter.
Okay. Something comes through.
Ooh.
Someone drew a dick on this thing.
Someone drew a dick here.
It's like a trace. Somebody traced
No,
it.
he's just mad because it's supposed to be his territory. He's like, I'm gonna find you. And I'm gonna kill you.
So you're holding it up right now?
Yeah, to the
Yeah,
candlelight.
to the-
Like,
We're like
yes.
this.
It's just dick butt.
Oh, let me see.
But you say what you were holding up to?
A candlelight.
candle. I'm like doing this boy.
Could your magic weapon just be dick butt? For the rest of the time.
Actually, no. Fuck a candle. I've got produce flame on my hand. I'll just use
I'll
it.
hold.
So it begins to glow. The closer the flame gets, you see a certain letter, certain words begin to glow on the pages. Where's Discord? Oh my god.
You're sending it to the Discord?
Yeah.
I guess, should we read the letter for the fans at home?
That's a
Yes.
long.
For
Uh,
those
I'll
fans
read
at
it.
home.
Thank you.
Yes. So, for those at home, the letter reads, to Action Faction. If this letter comes to you,
Guess it's gonna take
my,
a minute to do that.
if this letter has come to you, my untimely death has arrived. You can stop crying now. I know you must all be dreadfully lost without me, but the time for mourning is later. I'm sure I went out in a blazing glory, saving the world and whatnot, but it's up to you to now follow in my footsteps. You once asked me as to the method of killing a god. I may have misled you in my telling of how. There are a few magi in the world who can pull off such a
That
feat,
doesn't
but
make any
I am
sense.
one such mage.
I don't think it's.
I must
It's
warn
not.
you that killing a god must be an
So,
absolute
these are
last
words.
resort and done with the utmost discretion. When the gods signed
Here,
their
I got
pact,
the one.
keeping them from interfering, they left a condition of what they can. Of which they should break this bond. That condition was in case the mortals fully rebelled against the gods. One such rebellion would be the act of a mortal killing a god. Should this happen, the remaining gods would be free to enter our realm and do as they pleased. Keep heart, if you are as I think you to be, I will leave you with one of the 6 pieces of the chain. The hand of the gods, used to keep the primordial creatures under control. The others are scattered among the nations of Fias. The remaining pieces will be hard but necessary to obtain. Each of the kingdoms have been using their piece of the chain for their own needs, just as I have siphoned its powers to strengthen Orys' defenses. They are the heart of the gods, which is in the Dorithian Empire, the eye of the gods, which is in the Bendelian Empire, the mind of the gods in the Maricorian Empire, the blade of the gods, which is in the far eastern continent, and the spirit of the gods, which is in the realm of the free folk. Please stop crying, you're embarrassing me. I know it's time you need to learn to live on. I'm sure you're clever enough to have figured out how to use each of these as you go. If not, well, find someone who is clever. Depending on what I've heard so far, you still have quite a bit of time before Atlas can make a move. With how much time he's been imprisoned, he must be very weak, and escaping his first encounter must have used quite a bit of whatever strength he saved. Time may not be entirely on your side, but if you find a way to slow him down, it would be best. Also, keep Jennison safe. He's not ready for what the world has in store for him, and I won't be there anymore to protect him. That gem I made for him won't last too much longer, and with the chain not there to power it, so make sure he's ready. Don't let fear control him. Tell him to shoot for the skies, and make sure to keep his head grounded. One last thing. This letter is more than what it seemed. Even in death, I have a bit of fun, no matter how broken you are. Should you figure it out, you'll get a little gift or two from me to you. Give it time, it'll come to you. Destroy this letter when you're done with it to be sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. And it has 3 names at the bottom. Iklis, Hodak, and Bishmael.
Those are those cocksuckers from those other nations. No. But I'm not inside the house.
The words on that started to glow when we put it closer to the light.
Yeah, did I put it in the Discord or not?
You did.
Yeah, cool.
Is that out of order?
Maybe.
It has to be.
That doesn't make any sense if it's
I was the one that figured out this correct order.
So,
And who's what?
Gabe, do you have a radiant sword, right?
I'm outside. Did you come outside?
No, I wouldn't want to talk about this outside.
I'm literally outside smoking.
so
I'm outside
we're not
smoking, literally.
spending the rest of the stream staring at this letter. and
No,
trying to
Hell, we're
ask
not.
questions.
I'm literally outside smoking a cigarette.
So, I
Gabriel's
guess for
outside.
the viewers, the words that are highlighted.
The words that are highlighted when you hold it to the fire. Come to. Then further down it says blazing. Next it says the, me, I,
Should I just rip it off like a band-aid and just say something to it?
power, control, and Hodak.
I'm gonna write that down and then.
Okay. All right. I'm going to talk to the letter because I guess it says so, or those are the instructions. Come to me. I control the blazing power. Hodak, or signed off by him.
Saying that, you see as the as you say that, you see as from the letter, you see as the 4 corners of it begin to emit these like small fume of smoke that all begin to drift forward in front of you until they combine into one. You see as slowly they begin to swirl apart until you see what appears to be a small hole.
A small hole.
Yes.
Where? In
A small hole. It's just in middle of space.
Oh, I was just saying.
I'm-
I was like, there's no back to it, is there?
No.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the pen that I usually write in my journal with, since I'd have it out, and just stick it in the hole and bring it back out real quick. Is the pen fine?
And fine.
I'm sticking my hand in
Do
to
you
see
mind,
if I feel
do you
anything.
mind getting Gabriel?
I was actually outside.
Ballsy.
Hope, Gabriel, would you guys mind coming back in?
Okay, thanks.
What is it?
So,
This.
Stick your pen inside.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
So sticking your pen inside.
Do you see what I'm talking about with this fucking weird shit that keeps happening and no one has no explanation for it?
You said you stuck your pen inside?
Yeah, I stuck my pen inside
Yes,
to
but
make sure it
what me and
wasn't
you
like.
do is
Nothing
much
happened.
different from
You
all
just
this
stick those
shit.
in,
I just
pull it out.
grabbed
And then he
like
stuck
And
his
I
arm.
stuck my
Have
arm
some
in
faith.
if I
Arm in.
feel anything.
I don't have
Put your
faith.
arm in, you
This
feel
is my
what-
faith.
Hold on.
What you feel? What seems like a glove.
I'm ta-
You
Like a
pulling it
glove?
out, a glove. You see, pulling out is this. Looks like a black glove with. You see, looks almost like magma coursing through it, through just different cracks and crevices in the hands.
What was
and
that?
stuff.
It's quitting.
Wait, there's. Hold on, you're pulling stuff out of it?
No, he put his hand in it, or she put
As you-
their
as you-
there's
yeah.
now their glove on their hand.
Yeah, as you pulled it out, you see, as you fully pull it out, you see as this hole just kind of like closes in on itself.
So she now she just has a
I
glove
have-
around her.
No, he doesn't have a
He-
glove on it, but he's holding a glove.
He's holding a glove.
Yes, this black glove
Is it-
with looks like these almost like magma coursing through it.
Through it.
Yes.
I stick my hand in it as
He
well,
said
just
it- he
for
said
the
it
sake of
closed. He
science.
said it
Okay.
closed.
Stick
So it's
your
still
hand-
open?
Aha!
This is a part of the this is the hand of the gods.
No?
It's the hand of the gods.
No, that's the horn.
The horn is the hand of the gods.
Yeah.
No, it's a spirit of the gods. That's where the
So,
free people.
The horn?
The
Yeah.
horn.
How could a horn be a hand?
What?
Wait, there's no hand? Wait.
The free
Yeah.
Heart?
Yeah.
The horn is the
That's-
hand of the god.
So you just reach into
Oh,
a
it-
piece of paper and pull the glove out. And
After
I,
I
get
said
it.
the magic words.
I get it.
What
It's
you call it, the
magic,
spirit
but
of
I'm grabbing Hope and putting her behind me and saying,
This is
what
from
the
next
fuck
door.
are you people
This is
fucking
from next
doing?
door.
Hey.
This is from next door.
Next door is
read
dead.
it.
He left us a thing.
What do you mean a
literally-
thing?
we
A letter.
literally
He left
just
us a letter.
We
explained all
just
of
talked
this,
about
this
it. It was the
whole
letter you
thing.
won't want to read. You don't want to read. You just walked out.
I didn't say I didn't want to fucking read it. I asked you guys a simple question. You all
Oh,
ganged up
nothing
on.
when I brought my hand back out.
Take the letter and I'll
You're
read it.
fighting
No, I
everyone.
said
There's
once
a
you
difference
pulled out
between
the
ganging
glove-
up and
No,
fighting
no,
everyone.
there's-
Oh, it closed, but
There's
it's
a
back
thing
to
about
letter
asking
form.
a simple
Yeah,
question
back to
and
letter.
being ganged up on, and then just giving the truth, and I'll take the letter and start reading.
Okay.
Wait, did you pull something else out?
Huh?
Did you pull something else out? Or?
No.
No,
It
once
went-
he pulled out, the
it went back
glove,
to the letter
the whole-
form.
yeah, it turned into a back.
Oh, I thought it's a couple.
Well, that's really cool.
First try.
So we shouldn't get rid of that yet.
I said 2.
Hope, would you mind checking that glove out?
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Detect
can
magic,
identify.
because I have the wind on. Oh, identify as well.
Well,
Yeah, dude.
apparently this dude regarded us very highly. Very highly.
You're identifying it.
I'm late to the party. That's why.
It is the glove of the Fire Lord.
Glove of the Fire Lord.
Why does everyone get the fire themed themes?
Sorry.
I'm the one that explodes.
Fire is a big thing in this campaign.
Right.
Where's the icy lord?
So,
Maybe I'll get her in.
Ooh,
twice,
Ice King and
sorry,
Penguin?
3 times per day,
Jerry? Is that his name?
Hold on.
Jerry?
you can
Gunter.
expend
Gunter.
a charge of it. It holds 4 charges. 3 times per day. It holds 4 charges. You can expend however you want. But expending a charge casts a level 5 burning hand spell.
Jesus.
You can
So, I think that
use.
someone who cannot use. Actually, there's 2 edges to that sword, I suppose. That would be very good for someone who can't use magic, but at the same time, it would be a very good thing for someone who might run out of
Okay,
magic.
hold on. Let him finish what he's saying.
Well, he already did.
Yeah, you
Th-
can use
is
a
that
level
it?
5 burning hand spell. At the beginning of every day, you roll 1d4 to recover that many charges. The last time you use, if you use all of the charges, then it has a 30% chance of breaking.
So it's the glove of the
Yes.
fire god?
Fire
Lord.
bird.
Fire lord.
Oh, yeah, Lord.
Alright.
So
I like it.
I
if
feel
you
like,
say it
no
again, will it
offense.
open again?
I try it one. I say the thing again to see if it opens
shoot
up.
the thing. You're okay with the thing.
I'm
though.
sticking it to other.
It's just. It either works good in 2 ways. It's
Are there-
either good
Can you
for.
turn on your radiant short sword?
Fifi the foo foo.
She
It
did.
lights
Pops
up.
on. Yeah.
I put the letter against the light of
In
the.
front of it.
Yeah. Nothing? Okay.
Not even holy magic light?
No.
The glove isn't like hot or anything, right?
It's warm.
We don't
But
need
it's
this,
not
right?
hot.
You don't need this anymore?
The letter? Oh, not
no,
there. You can turn
no,
that off.
do not throw away the letter.
No.
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 The,
No,
that's
no.
and he could, no,
Oh,
his light. The,
sword, okay.
radiant light.
Jesus.
The
Gloves-
Fifi has been foo-fooed.
Gloves going in the bag.
Yes, food.
That's my boy now.
All right.
If you could, I'll take the letter.
So I guess.
No, I can. I'm looking at the letter still.
We need,
Okay.
we need
Yeah.
more
When you're
time.
done with it,
Wait. So just to be quick, just to be ahead, you guys said there was things about there was the chain pieces, something about a glove or a hand or something. That's not what that's supposed to be, right?
No.
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 This
Okay.
is just, I think, next door helping us out.
Okay. Now, would that benefit someone with no magic or someone with limited magic where they'd have an extra trick in their bag?
This name.
I'm literally looking at you and I'm looking at her.
This name looks like
Okay, who and what?
extreme. Or this name was one of 3 that are on the letters, so I feel like trying to get the next clue out of it, we should do more research on the glove itself.
Guild library in the morning. What time is it?
It is roughly 11 o'clock at night. Actually, no. You were out very late. It is roughly 2 o'clock in the morning.
Wow,
We have to get
okay.
some sleep.
Yeah, we should. We'll.
Do we have to get 8 hours? Can we get 7?
No. 8 hours.
Like no, guys.
What?
No.
Like, what are the libraries?
Unless you're in
Is that
O's.
76 fire damage?
Huh?
Is that 76 fire damage?
Burning hands. At
Yeah,
what
at level 5.
Level 5 burning hand? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit. But that's a touch spell, right?
Yep.
Or is that a distance spell? A cone?
Oh,
Is that a
I
Cone.
think
cone?
it's a cone.
Is
It's a
that a
10
cone.
foot cone.
Wow. Yep.
All right. Well,
Don't break it.
Igniting Ignatius, living up to her name.
that's in my bag, and we're going to bed.
Everyone's going to bed?
Going to bed, and I guess we're going to go to where they want to go and then pick up those folks from the temple in the morning.
All right. So, that, as everyone eventually heads off to bed.
I'm going outside.
Huh?
Before I,
Taking the letter back and going outside.
cause yeah, before I go to sleep, if Itzabet can hear me, if you plan on eating tonight, make sure I leave with gold so I can hitch a ride and not wake up in an alley. Probably can't hear me, but
No,
then I go to sleep.
You are camping outside?
Next to the door, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next
we
to the
got-
door? What?
Next to the
got
door.
Oh, God.
All right.
Hope
So,
so.
as everyone heads into bed.
Wait, one thing. Can I sort of like point out where alarm sort of?
Yes. So the house itself is about 40 feet wide, but it's basically a big square, 40 by 40. It has, I believe, there's 3 floors in it. No, 2 floors. Sorry.
You can still cover the front door, though. No one's going to be able to come through the front
Yeah,
door.
yeah. I just mean like if.
Alarm front door. Okay. So with that, for one final thing in the afternoon before we end the episode, can everybody but Ryan?
Damn it. Leave?
be removed?
Oh, you dirty dog, you.
Thought I had to make a rule.
Same, like, you're not getting my 200 gold again.
You're not getting my gold.
This time.
No peeking, guys.
Nah, my phone's right there, man. Right there, bud. Phone's
Where's
on
your
the
other
table,
headphone,
brother.
Orys?
There, bud. Dude, these ears look so good. How much did this cost? I should have bought it.
I think we're $15 or something like that. So,
Oh.
as you are heading off to bed, you hear the familiar voice from your journal. Probably not your journal. Hello, Gray.
What's my journal's name?
Will check. Gotta pull it up the name. You remember the name?
What? I don't remember. That's what I'm asking. I would know though. You know.
It was check. It's been a while. It's been weeks. It's been literally weeks since you last talked.
This is like the most incredible item I've
So
ever.
that's up to you if you don't want to remember or not.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
Sorry. That would be 14.
14. Alright. So,
Wait,
you
so
hear
do I remember it or not?
Huh? Rosso. R-O-S-S-O.
Okay.
Hello, Gray. So, you've been a very busybody recently.
It really hasn't been my choice.
Oh, everyone's got a choice.
I mean, I made one, and now I'm dealing with the consequences of it, so.
Well, what consequences? Well, that's not for me to decide. For neither here or there, that's not up to me. Anyways, because of your deeds and your loyalty, you have been granted 2 pieces of information.
Of my choosing?
Yes. What would you like to know?
Do I have to make those choices right now?
Pretty soon. I'm waiting.
Okay. Which?
Oh, sorry. It appears I will not be the one to give you this information. You have a visitor coming.
Coming here?
So you say it's, you see as out of your window, you look and you see this familiar black portal form. Stepping through the portal, you see the familiar silver-haired half-elf from Aqua's Tower. You see as, in his hand, you see as on each of his hands, there are daggers.
He's outside?
Yes. Kind of like tossing up one, throwing.
I kind of, before I do anything else, I kind of think to myself, like in my head, like, do I have to go outside? I think to myself, I don't say it out loud, do I have to go outside?
It's up to you. Do you want him to come inside?
No, I don't. I do not want him to come inside. Is anybody else up? Or
Not that you know of.
am I in a room by myself? Yes? I'm
Yeah.
asking you.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna open the window and then do I remember where Hope put up her alarm?
At the front door.
So how far, if I go out the window, am I going to break the alarm? I'm gonna open the window.
Okay. You're on the second floor, as of right now. Make a stealth check and an acrobatics check.
I wasn't saying I was going outside yet.
Okay. Make a stealth check. Oh, no, what are you doing?
Can you hear me from here?
Hmm?
I, like, in a regular voice, I'm not gonna scream down to him. Can you hear me from here?
What do you want, kid?
So, I need, I get 2 things, right? 2 pieces of information?
That sounds like the deal.
Okay.
Why did you ask for me?
I specifically needed to ask for someone who is gonna get my attention. I've been asking for you guys for weeks. I've been doing what you guys have been telling me, and I've gotten no response. So far, I'm even more in the gray area of why I'm even doing this at this point still, because you guys have left me out to dry and not really followed up on a lot of what you're saying. You could understand how I'd be frustrated.
You
correct?
honestly have no idea who you're working with, do you?
Not entirely. You're meta, real quick. He found me, right? Not somebody else?
Yes, he came.
Okay. I was like, you suck, bleh. You look for me. You
Oh,
suck
not
my-
not Silver.
Oh.
Silver's not who came to you.
Oh. Well, he seeked me out. He is the one who promised me everything.
Well, makes stupid deals. He makes fucked up deals, but whatever. What do you want? What is the information you want?
I need to know if
Come on.
What first one? What's a surefire way we can is there anything that can give us an advantage to defeating the vampire lords?
See as he kind of starts to think for a bit. A couple of moments pass. Each of the primordials, when they were created, they had a goddess or arch-goddess or whatever you want to call her. She had her ways of controlling them. Remember the doorway to each of their gates?
Mm-hmm.
Well, get enough blood in those doorways and you get part of the key. One, you get two things. One, you get the key to open their gates. You also get a artifact that is used to partially control them, which is how they got the two vampire lords out and not the third one.
So if I put enough blood at the gates, I can open the gate up.
You can open the gate and get
Partial
whatever
control.
artifact is used to control said primordial being, whether it's the aboleth, the kraken, dragon, or vampires.
So there's no. I don't want to use my second question unless I. Okay.
Second question.
Second question. I've got it. Can I ask for something, or is it just questions?
Is that your question?
Oh, God. Course.
Information was what they agreed upon.
Okay, that's
So,
fine.
That was your second question.
No, was it?
Have a great day.
Get back here! No,
As
no
you see,
fucking
it's a
way.
portal.
Which one should we go take on first, besides the Kraken or the
Portal opens up.
Kraken or the Dragon? Kraken or the Dragon? Where are they?
Backs off into them.
I don't.
That ends your turn. Everyone can come in.
Yeah, well, he also was late a bunch of times.
That's why I didn't get hit anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Ryan, are you okay?
He's crying.
Very mad.
Why is your face so red?
He is really mad. But it's
Aw, my phone froze halfway through. It's just Ryan doing like a finger over his lips. Oh, there he is. There's the boy.
Ooh.
You look mad.
I almost
Or-
looked Larry. Oh, he's so fucking
You make a perception check.
Uh-oh.
mad. Yeah. I'll make a perception.
Is this outside
Actually,
the home?
no. I'm sorry. You were make a Constitution check. I'm sorry. Constitution saving throw.
Constitution check.
Save it. Constitution saving throw.
Oh, good thing your cons is high, right?
I'm very angry. This is
No
terrible.
alarms going off?
Con saving throw.
I think it's because you slipped outside.
Yeah.
Con saving throw.
Save yourself. Oh, it was like 18. 6.
No, it's a 9. Plus 4, so 13.
Okay, 18.
13?
So cut itself in
Yeah.
half.
So you remain asleep. Rest of the night goes by relatively uneventful. Having had their meeting with the king, come up with a potential plan as to what to do next in order to retrieve Bendel's piece of the chain. Grouped back up at Iggy's house and planned on what to do next, while receiving a few interesting gifts along the way. The night passes by uneventfully, and eventually the morning comes, bringing whatever awaits you. But what that is, we will find out next week on Magic Modifiers. Hope everyone had fun. I know I did.
Very tense.
And I
Just
normally
toying
don't
with
watch
us.
like
You're
the
just
episodes with
dangling
people
it in
having
front,
standalones
dangling
at
the
end
fruit
of
in front of our
episodes,
face,
but
Larry.
I have no idea.
You were a
I'm
dangler.
curious,
You were
though,
a
like-
dangler.
Did you cross out 200 gold on my sheet again?
I know, but this one's got me concerned.
So,
Nothing happened.
is
Okay.
there any announcements or anything anyone would like to say to our beautiful fans?
So is the Highlight District like Tent Town in San Francisco?
Basically, it's about.
Or not, I'm sorry, not the Highlight District, the Devon District.
Depot
Is that like
District?
Tent Town in San
Think of it
Francisco?
as like a Florida idea, like Depot District, like Lake Worth, Highlight District, Boca Raton.
Oh God! Where is Lake Worth at again?
I am gonna give.
I was gonna say Hollandale.
There you go.
I'm gonna give,
Highland.
What's up?
I'm gonna give Granny a shout out because she texted me when she was watching the stream about
Granny.
the idea about the fire and the note, like literally right after we did it.
Ah,
Like I got
Go Granny! Go
Thank you for watching.
freaking Granny!
Good
Wow.
job, guys.
That's
Thank you to our fans at home. I'm sure that the party will appreciate your tip.
Yeah.
I know they will spend the rest of the week figuring out what else is hidden in that.
We're still there. We're right there on the edge. We're about to hit that. I know it's a small
You are
goal.
welcome for the nudge, Orys. I was just like,
Yeah.
What fucking pig? Oh! We're still right there at 99 for followers. About to hit 100
one
pretty soon.
more follower.
Yeah, one
Let's
more
go.
follower. It's a small goal, but it'll be very cool. I think when we get it, it'll be nice.
Hell yeah.
It's just the road. It's the road that we're taking as like with this game. We're having a lot of fun. I want to kill something next guy.
Yeah, we will be back next week, though, at the regular scheduled programming.
Time.
Fighting another gelatinous cube.
Maybe.
No,
Possibly.
no.
I'm kidding.
No, it's just gonna be basilisks.
Oh God. We're not ready.
All right. Well, thank you again to our friends and sponsors at Blue Raven Studios for this beautiful time slot and space for us to play. If you are a company in any of the United States and interested in a virtual tour for your establishment, please be sure to check them out at blueravenstudios.com. But if that is all, have a great night, guys. Love you, and go hug your grandma.
Yeah.
Hello.
Follow us on Instagram. We're posting shit now.
On the Magic Modifiers.
Everybody say
Ugh.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.